Live from the comfort of your own living room or bedroom or wherever you're watching this stream, it's Crowcolts! Hi everybody, welcome back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you. We're so happy to have you here. We're so happy to be here. We're going to start the same way we always do with introductions. Hello, my name is Reed or Snail. I am your friendly neighborhood dungeon master of this here horror campaign. It's so nice to see you all gathered here today. You can find me on TikTok at DND5E or on Twitter or Instagram or Hive or Tumblr at Snail5E. No, I lied. Hive is DND5E because I got the username first. Ha 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 ha. That's me, and that's the energy that I'm bringing to the studio today. Next up is Diana.
I'm Diana. You can find me anywhere that I am at Sapphic Dragonona or just Sapphic Strega if there was a character limit. Twitter, one day we will duel and you will not make it out. That's all for me.
Thanks, Diana. Passing it over to Jess.
Hi guys, I'm Jess. My username across pretty much all platforms is Seriously, which is just a little piece of like torture that I like to give myself every day because it's such a dumb, silly name. But what are you gonna do? It's been 7 years. Anyway, find me over there if you wish.
Thanks, Jess. Heading over to Bree.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm Bree. It's really hard to find me because my existence on the internet is ethereal and non-existent, much like whatever crazy thing we're facing this week. Super excited.
Thanks, Bree. Passing it over to Mara.
Hey, everybody. My name is Mara. You can find me on the internet as College of Lore Dropout or just Lore Dropout. I'm on most social media platforms, and you can also find my writing by searching my name. I actually, this week, I'm releasing an article about the best tables you can buy to play D&D on and have all your friends play with you. So keep an eye out for that. It's pretty good.
Fun article. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When we all live in a big house together, that's the article we're going to find a big gaming table. Thank you, Mara. Heading over to TT.
Hello, everyone. I'm TT. You can find me at TT Brett on virtually everything except for Twitter. Put an underscore in there. And I do fun makeup transformations and storytelling. So if you like that, then follow me. Cool.
If you don't like storytelling, you're in the wrong place.
Not the place for you,
I need to break it to you. Thank you so much, TT. Heading over to our last but certainly not least individual, James.
Hi everyone, I'm James. You can find me on TikTok at NiceOneJames. You can find me on Twitter and as of literally about 10 seconds ago, also on Instagram at TTRPGay, because I forgot to grab it for the stream, but I have it now. You can find me there. But I'm still NiceOneJames on TikTok, because old habits die hard. That's the places you can find me. You can find me here all the time, because they can't shake me. I'm like glitter. Although my fun fact today is if you see grain on my neck or see me coughing, you don't. I went LARPing yesterday. We're not going to talk about it. Everything's fine.
Are they related, the two things?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because this is from LARP. I got a ward on my neck. This is a lot of context the audience doesn't need. And then I also inhaled a lot of
what
dust.
strange disease you had that was turning you green and making you cough, but...
Oh, yeah. I'm actually becoming the Grinch for Christmas. So watch
Oh
your
my
trees.
god!
And I'll be there soon. That's a threat.
Incredible. Thank you.
Yeah.
What an energy we have today. I have some announcements. Here are some exciting things that I think everybody has discovered already. We have email. My voice just cracked, so my mic didn't pick it up. We have emotes. Yay! Thank you so much to Emily for doing our emails. You can find Emily at Emily Moon on Twitter, but the first O is a 0. And we give a huge shout out to her. Thank you. The emotes are great. Everybody gets 5 of them for free. As long as you're following our Twitch channel, you can use them in our Twitch chat. However, if you want to unlock the rest of the lovely Crow emotes, all you gotta do is subscribe. You can subscribe to us for free by using your Amazon Prime account or for the low price of $5 a month. And you can use these emotes anywhere across Twitch once you subscribe. You can also join our Discord and use those emotes there. If you have Discord Nitro, you can use our emotes in any server, but if not, then feel free to use them in our server as much as you would like. We would love to have you. That's where we chat in between games. That's where we hang out. That's where you can ask us questions. And that's where sometimes our DMs get yelled at. And it's a great time. Yelled at affectionately. I hope that you enjoyed Starfarers last week, because we're not going to have Starfarers this week, and I'm going to be sad about it. But that's okay, because you can join us next week for the next episode of Starfarers. You can join us this upcoming Saturday for the next episode of Tales from the Starlight Ocean, and a week from today, same time, same place, for the next episode of Tales from Beyond Crow Lane. Follow us on TikTok and Twitter at StarlightTales_. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Oh, I forgot. Buy our merch. We got merch. It's for the holidays. It's getting cold in some places. Surely not in Florida. But if you want something to keep you warm, buy a Starlight Tales crew neck or pants or whatever you want. Am I forgoing anything?
You did a great job, and I'm really proud of you.
fantastically done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to pass it over to our intro. We'll be right back. All right. All the silly goofiness is shaking out of you. Everybody, dude, give me a big shake. Give me a big shake.
I love theater exercises in the year 2022.
I am who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it. All right. I'm going to take a deep breath. You're welcome to join me. You're welcome to not. On the last episode of Tales from Beyond Crow Lane, our family, either through their own choice or by force, all fell asleep. And they shared a dream that they soon realized was uncovering bits and pieces of their family history that is not talked about. When they woke up, some of our crows had trouble falling back asleep, and Tennant and Riva started the day with a level of exhaustion. Once the sun rose and the arguments were temporarily set aside, our crows set off to do what they do best and investigate. With Ruby going and digging under the dead tree in the yard, with Tennant going and just like hiring a hitman to watch after the kids, with Rose sending another letter back to the Academy of Wicked Arts, with the debt going to the bakery, and with Riva sending a note to Wallow themselves. Rodello and the rest of the gang were able to get everybody back in one place for an emergency family meeting to talk about what the heck was going on, but not before Tennant and Rose were able to do a little FaceTime call with Chaser and Cassandra to check in on them. After the family meeting, everybody decided to head over to that dead tree, and Ruby and Tennant and Riva started digging while Rodella and Tennant and Ruby started digging while the other crows started to investigate and put up detect magic and see if they could figure out what was going on. And eventually they hit stone. This gigantic stone slab that seemed to go on and on and on. And we pick up right where we left off. Nadette has just blown a hole in this slab, and some sort of wind or steam or smoke or spirit escaped with a scream, almost like a whisper, and this feeling of cold that encapsulated all of you for a moment before it dissipated. What would you like to do?
I do have a question.
Sure.
I know that I had just cast Detect Magic. Can I, when that like seal was released, did I feel any magic coming out with it?
So much necromancy.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's so cool and sexy. And then also in the big hole that's left now, do I feel that same magic still coming out of it, or does it seem like something left?
The abjuration or the necromancy?
The necromancy.
There's
Or
hints
anything.
and
Is it-
twinges of it. But I mean, so detect magic goes out about 30 feet.
Right.
You don't know how deep this goes,
Mhm.
but you get the sense that your sensor cannot hit the bottom of it, however deep it is.
Okay. So, but there's like just kind of some ambient magic inside.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like go very still. A lot of necromancy just came out with that. Like a lot.
Right.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. Also, this hole is deeper than 30 feet, so if we're going inside, I think we need to be very careful. For both reasons.
Can Tenant take out, like, I don't know, scrap of parchment or something from a jacket and just crumple it up and, like, kind of set it alight in their palm and drop it down the hole? I want to see how far this goes down.
Sure. You can absolutely do that, and you throw it. Go ahead and give me just like an intelligence check.
Nope. Good start. 9.
I'm gonna be nice. Is anybody helping Tenant look at this?
Yeah.
I've got it. I just blew it up.
Sure.
That's
you can roll with
18.
advantage. 18. You get the sense that this goes down about like 60, 70 feet.
All right, it's about 60 feet, maybe 70. I assume we're going in, right?
Yeah, I was just about to ask if anybody had any rope.
I mean, if we go in, I can slow our fall. Just the only thing is, I don't have anything to get us back out if there isn't an exit.
I can. It's not a problem.
Okay.
I can go.
I think rope
Scout
is a
is
good
gonna do
idea.
best.
Anyway,
I'll run and get
Got it,
some
got it.
from the workshop shed. We've got to have
Thanks.
some in our garden. Workshop
please
shed.
don't touch anything, please. Just the rope.
I'm not going to break your stuff.
Don't touch anything.
I think Rodella like looks at the two of you and is just like, and like reaches it like just constantly ready. I pull out like 50 feet of rope.
Or not.
Children.
Right.
Okay. Kind of look at Ruby. What, you and me? Who's going?
I mean, I don't need the rope. And I grab the edges of my cloak, and I have a 40-foot fly speed when I'm in darkness. Thank you, Cloak of the Bat, aka Cloak of the Crow. And will just kind of lower myself, like kind of just like sliding into the edge of a pool where you're kind of lowering yourself until that last second, just so I get below where the shadows start to take over, and I'll fucking just kind of hover there. So you want to come or what?
I hold my hand out for the rope.
You're not so terrible, sweetheart. And then I tie the rope myself and hand you the end.
Come on, there's no cameras around this time. You should be fine.
I'm gonna tie the rope around my waist and I'll let that slide.
Rodella, you can give me an athletics check to help Tenant be lowered.
And I think Ruby's gonna kind of just start lowering herself down, just kind of, you know, scouting ahead, looking out for anything, I don't know, evil, necromantic, might want to kill me.
Why would I need to be in this thing? I don't know what you're talking about.
That was a 14.
A 14. I'll say you have advantage because you're using a rope and you're not just tossing him down. 18. Okay. Yeah, you can lower him bit by bit.
More flashbacks.
Tenant, it's not the smoothest ride, but you know, it could be much worse. As you're kind of trying not to freak out as you're like Spider-Man being lowered into this Like this is how I'm picturing it. Is this like tied around his rope and he's like spy dropping down? Yeah.
Jesus.
We're really setting the tone here.
A serious horror campaign. Ruby, you said you're keeping an eye out, so go ahead and give me a perception check with disadvantage because it's dark.
It do be dark in here.
Mhm.
That's fair. Perception. How's my perception? Not bad. That is a 21.
Sure. First thing that catches your eye, super easy to see because it's right underneath where this giant hole was just blown in the ceiling. You see sitting in a big nest made of golden covered sticks and twigs and branches, a giant golden egg. It's on some sort of altar made of stone. And that is kind of the thing that grabs your attention as you're lowering down.
Wait, what the fuck?
Do I see this?
Oh,
Is this just Ruby at this point?
It's maybe a perception check, low DC. It's hard to miss, but also, you know, you're currently actively being lowered by a rope, so.
Where's my shit?
It's so just not what I expected at all.
No. A slutty 20.
Yeah, big golden egg.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Relax. We don't want to wake.
Swinging very angrily. When are you waking up?
I don't know, but whatever laid it might be around.
Fuck.
Yeah. Just let me, and I'm gonna, can I try to like kind of get a little closer? Can I?
Yeah, you
It's a
now,
big
both of you can get.
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
the
untie
floor.
myself and like drop the last like few feet.
Now, Reed, it is a big fucking golden egg in a
Surely
big
is.
nest made of gold.
Mhm.
Is this like, can I tell like what type of egg this is? I've seen a lot of eggs.
Yeah,
Can
make
I
a nature
tell-
check.
Okay, cool.
I've seen a lot of eggs.
You're an egg spurt.
No.
James, take a point of inspiration.
That was good. I can't even be mad. That was beautiful. Only a 12, unfortunately.
Mm.
Can I assist?
That was
Yeah, Tenant, how are you assisting? What do you bring to the plate?
You're giving all the
That's
options
really
things
big
that
fucking
it
egg.
shouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm like, is it an ostrich? Is it?
listing all the wrong things so I can check a few.
Perfect. Yes, you can roll with
my
you can roll with
idiocy
advantage.
with this egg is making you smarter. You're welcome.
Oh, that's a 19. That actually worked.
19. Incredible. Okay, first of all, oh my gosh, this egg is big.
Fuck, how
You've
big is
been-
big?
Taller than the both of you.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no, that's large.
You've never seen an egg this big before. Not even the pieces of shell that you found.
I mean, Ruby's not that big.
Number two,
Oh, God.
number two, to that end, there's no way this egg is real.
Okay, good.
No, I know it's not like a real egg, but
You
like,
like knock on
I
it a little bit.
didn't know it was not real. I thought there was a giant fucking
It's
gold thing.
not a real egg.
I was just wondering, like, if it was like, if I could tell if it was like modeled, supposed to be like modeled after like some type of real bird egg.
Just looks like
Okay,
a
it's just generic.
solid, shiny, smooth egg.
Okay.
It's hollow. You can kind of knock on it.
No,
It's not solid.
Is it a chocolate egg? Somebody take a bite out of it.
Just peel back like, gold
Can-
like wrapping paper.
Okay, I'm gonna use my knowledge here.
Sure.
Is this actual gold? What kind of material is it, and where does it look like it's come from?
Sure. Yeah, make some sort of check about it.
We found the Easter bunny.
God damn it.
Mom told me the Easter Bunny
Number
was.
one, I'm Jewish. Number two, it's almost Christmas. If I was gonna put a holiday reference in this, it would not be Easter.
Can I make like a?
I'm gonna say yes to whatever you say. You just gotta pick.
I'm using like my knowledge as like a tinkerer. So can I do like a tinker's?
You want to make a weird little tenant check?
Yeah, I want to make a weird little tenant
Yeah, you
check.
can make a weird little tenant check. Go ahead, do intelligence and add proficiency.
Okay, that was so cocked. This is not even. Oh! 25.
25. Yeah, this looks like real gold. I don't think gold is like native to Drithium. I don't know if there's like gold ores hidden about. I don't think so.
I guess what I'm asking is, has it been like carved, or has this been like arcanely turned into gold, or like how has this been made?
Definitely feels like it has. It feels like it's either been like carved or sculpted, or it's been summoned. It doesn't feel like it was there and then was like covered in gold.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I should be really excited, but I am just very confused.
What is exciting about this?
Well, I mean, fuck, if it had been real, look at the size of that thing.
Yeah, if it had been real, we'd be in big fucking trouble.
You guys can continue looking around the rest of the crypt that you are in.
Crypt!
Giant stone room. There's stone pillars against the wall. You're at like the north end of the room, and at the south end of the room, there is just like a smooth wall with different sorts of like stone etchings in it. It's hard to see what they are from as far as you are away from it currently, but if you'd like to get closer and investigate, you can feel free. The east and west walls seem to have like wall sconces for torches that are not lit. Unclear if they are magical or mundane. Again, you can feel free to investigate those if you would wish. And there's like this kind of dust that's settled over things. It doesn't seem like this place has been disturbed for a very, very long time.
That was gonna be my question. Yeah, I'd love to go check out those fucking carvings.
Sure.
Take a little look.
Yeah, you can head in that direction, Tenant.
Can I check for traps?
Yeah, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
That's a nat one.
Looks so safe.
I just have a coughing fit because of the dust.
This is quite possibly the safest room you've ever been in. I can tell you that.
Mara, did you want to do something?
Yeah, take your time. We can get to me later. It's a goofy little bit, so no rush.
We might need to goof a little bit right now.
Ruby, you head over.
Mm-hmm.
What you're looking at, is some sort of like, stone etchings on the wall, depicting like what appear to be birds. It's kind of hard to tell. They're not like very good drawings, but what you can make out is like there's a bunch of them kind of all in a row on either side, and they all have their arms outstretched, and it looks like feathers coming off of their arms. And you can also notice they have beaks that are open and their heads are pointing up. And all of them are kind of in this position. And in the center is this giant egg and a giant nest that have kind of been etched into the wall.
What the fuck?
So, what the fuck? What?
What is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, a bunch of fucking birds worshipping an egg.
Okay.
That egg, I think.
That egg's not It's just gold. Can I make like a age check on the carvings?
Oh, what are you trying to do? Just stare at it?
Can I do they look? Listen. I'm not book smart, but I've read a fucking book. And I've seen a lot of weird crime shit. I've seen a lot of magical artifacts, right, in my time that we've traded. So I'm assuming if these look like carvings from either a religion or a cult or a certain time period of our history, can I decipher that?
Sure, make an intelligence check.
17.
Like nothing you've ever seen before. It is entirely impossible to place this. It seems like something out of like a book or like a science fiction like story, an old wives' tale. It doesn't seem like real.
It can't be a coincidence that we settled here.
What are you talking
How
about?
how did she pick it? Was a fucking factory before all this, right?
This
That's what was
isn't
on
this
land?
someone's having us on. This is
Look at this place.
yeah, I'm looking.
You think they got a giant gold egg just to fuck with us?
Yes. What, you think that it's a real thing? Like there's giant bird egg people?
I don't
That just happen to be on the planet that we,
I
the
don't think
Crowcolts,
so,
are
but
on.
I
That's
think that
fucking
someone
ridiculous.
does. Doesn't matter what I believe, someone fucking believes it.
I think someone's fucking with us.
This is a lot of dedication, then, if they are.
We've pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah, but how the fuck would they have built this under our noses? It's one thing to have some
I don't
intruder
know.
running around the place. It's another thing for them to have built this under. This had to be here before we got here.
What is it, though? What is
I
like,
don't fucking know. Do I look
I
like
don't
a
fucking
terrorist?
know either.
All right, then why are you fucking yelling at me?
What's going on?
Oh wait. All right. You know what? We should probably go down. I'm gonna pull out of my pocket my little elephant figurine. I'm gonna say, Rodella, you can't keep holding it. Right. And I'm gonna smash it on the ground, and this figurine erupts into a full-size elephant.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is the magic item I regret giving the most.
I'm gonna be like, Dandelion, please, could you hold this? And I'm just gonna, like, take the rope from Rodella and, like, hold it out to Dandelion, who's just gonna, like, wrap her trunk around it.
Yeah,
Just hold
Dandelion,
it.
number one, so excited to be out of that fucking figurine, tail wagging like a puppy. Can everybody who's not in the hole please make me a dexterity saving throw, except for Nadette, to avoid being whacked by this fucking tail.
Oh my god, this is
my
absurd.
pet.
This is how the Crowcolts end. Elephant.
I can't imagine like us in this crypt with this giant egg, and then above us we just hear this like, what the fuck?
You're used to it. You've met Dandelion before, is the thing.
Did you just pull out your fucking elephant?
Well, yeah, how else are we all supposed to get down there?
Is this
No,
really the
right.
time or place? Is this really the fucking time?
Someone's got to hold
This
the
roof
real
has
blow-up.
no
Someone
integrity.
down there. Shut up.
All right. What did everybody get on their dexterity saving throws?
22.
Got a 6, so I'm just getting whacked by this tail.
I got a 16, so I think what's probably happening to Riva's like talking to Rodella, just be like, okay, we need to alert Donovan, like, you know, put the estate on high alert. We're gonna go down there, and like midway through that sentence, you're just getting up.
Rodella,
I just like stepped in
take-
front so the tail isn't whacking you.
take 9 points of bludgeoning damage from this thing just
Oh my God.
thumping into you.
Sorry, Mama. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, Dandelion will happily take the rope.
All right, everyone can get down. Rose, you have a way to get me down slowly, right?
I mean, only if you were falling, but yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna, like, lunge myself into this hole.
Oh my god.
I think Rose kind of sees this and like almost panicked, like goes to grab you and ends up also tumbling into the hole, and I will cast Featherfall on the both of us.
Incredible. Easy enough. Perfect. Both of you can gently sink to the bottom. Riva and Rodella, how are you getting down?
I'm gonna turn to Riva and just be like, I can't say that I'm not the one who raised them, but I really want to right now.
This is not my fault. And then Riva, like, I think is just gonna rappel down.
Incredible. Make me just an acrobatics check with advantage for Dandelion's helping you.
And it should be neutral, I think, is because of exhaustion.
Correct. Oh yeah, Jess.
Oh,
You're supposed to have been making all of your checks at disadvantage. Totally fine, but just a reminder because you are at level 1
I
of
got it.
exhaustion.
yep.
So that's a 27 flat.
Incredible. You like almost like cartwheel down this rope. You're doing like aerial tricks. Like you look like a badass.
Love
Rodella's
it.
standing at the opening of the hole with like the dad stance and just like looking down and God, she's hot. And I pat the elephant and I just go down after.
Incredible. Yeah, easy enough. Make me an athletics check as you head down. With advantage because Dandelion is helping.
Did you say acrobatics or
Athletics.
Okay.
I'm assuming you would rather athletics than acrobatics.
Yes. 19.
19. Yeah, easy enough. Again, you can kind of like lower yourself down like you're in gym class. It does not look as cool as Riva looked, but you do get down there and relative ease. And yeah, you all see what I described before. Could you imagine if I was like, and none of you see the egg? No, you all see what I described before.
Well, fucking that, I guess.
Mom, why do we pick Dorithium? Are we
Um,
still in full conspiracy mode? Like,
can I just get a
How
point
do
of
we-
clarification?
Sure.
Just like with what we're seeing, because there's
Yeah.
like this large, massive, like 6 foot, 7 foot tall, like golden egg that's hollow, a
Mhm.
golden nest, and we're seeing a space that has the. Are they carvings or drawings? Or
Yeah, so at the north side of the room
okay.
is where this egg is on this altar.
Uh-huh.
The egg and the nest are like not attached together. They're like separate beings. Like if you wanted to, you could lift the egg out of the nest. But they're both made of gold. The egg is hollow. At the south side of the room, there's a bunch of these etchings, literally stone etchings into the wall. They're not like a drawing that somebody made on top of it. They are like into the wall. Those are at the south side of the room. And that's the like weird looking, almost bird-like guys, but it's like, it's not a very good drawing. So we wouldn't walk up to it and immediately go like, oh shit, yeah, those are birds. But like after investigating them for a little bit, like you could say they're bird-like people. And I'm gonna send you guys an image that I found on Google to kind of like give you the vibe of what I'm talking about.
So like kind of primitive, like bird-like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on either side of the room, there's a couple of stone pillars and some sconces for torches that are not lit.
That is so scary. The picture that you
I
just
can-
sent, Reed, that is so scary.
I could break the egg open if we wanted to.
No.
Inside.
No, why would we do that?
I don't know. There could be a clue inside. I was offering. I wasn't saying it's the one thing we have to do.
Okay, I'm gonna start tugging on the sconces because I've been in a fucking giant escape room / Hunger Games before, and it just feels like a leather thing. I don't know.
He's tugging on them?
I want to see if any of them move and reveal a hidden passage.
No, they don't. You just
Well,
can't
I
tug.
just look fucking crazy then.
I love that energy though.
Yeah.
Now that I'm in the bottom, is anything in this room giving off magic, like actively?
No.
Okay.
And as you get closer to the walls, you can't get through with detect magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Almost like they're 1 foot thick.
Cool. That was gonna be my follow-up question because I couldn't remember what that indicated.
I looked it up 20 minutes ago because I knew you were gonna ask.
I think Rose, who's like has gone like a shade paler because the split second of falling brought back a lot of memories they weren't super excited about. I'm gonna go look at some of these carvings or drawings, whatever they're. Can I like specifically thinking back to any memories I have from Everglen of like there's a lot of like really serious druids in Everglen, right? Like there's circles and communities dedicated to nature, dedicated to like worshiping nature and protecting it. Can I make like a history check or an insight check to see if I think this falls in that realm or if I think it's something else?
Sure.
Do you have a preference between those two?
No, you pick.
I'm gonna do insight then because I have a much better insight. Oh my god, I'm rolling like dog shit today. That is a 14.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem to be you've never seen anything like this before. Let me start by saying that. The way that people are like worshiping nature back in Everglade and like studying and partnering with nature is not in like this sort of sense, right? I don't know if you've ever seen like an altar to an aspect of nature before.
Right.
And so that kind of flags you as strange and new. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's what you get with a 14.
Okay. I think I'm so sorry. Did you say these were carvings or paintings?
They're etchings into the
Etching.
wall.
Okay, cool. I think Rose is just gonna kind of stand staring at one and like put their hand on it, and I'm gonna try and catch my breath for a minute because I'm having a bad time.
You put your hand on one of the etchings?
Oh no.
Is that what you just said?
Oh no.
I did say that. I thought we'd already done that. That's my bad.
Could
Sorry.
you make me a Constitution saving throw?
No.
Yeah, you know, as someone who rolled for a panic attack a minute ago and did roll a 5, I would love to do that for you. I think that'd be really fun.
Did roll a 5 as in you're having a panic attack, you think?
I see I'm pretty fucking
So I would
close.
probably give you disadvantage on
That's
this.
a shame because I just rolled above 10 for the first time this session. But that's, it's a fair ruling, and I accept it.
Oh, honey.
Oh, that's it. The second one was a natural 20, and I'm so sad about it. Rose, you tough bitch.
Yes.
It's okay. The other one is, you said Constitution?
I surely did.
17.
17. You are going to, first of all,
Yeah.
that same kind of shrieking sound that you heard before, you hear it ringing in your ears. It's like in your brain and in a way that it's not
Cool.
like you're hearing it. It's like it's echoing in your head. You are going to take, I have to have Google do this because I don't have this amount of dice.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because it was like 100 D10.
You're going to take 49 points of psychic damage.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Um,
Detect magic is sure. Well, maybe I'll get a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Nat 20. Detect magic is fine.
Well, and you fall prone.
Cool. I'm sorry. I blocked out. You said 49?
I said 49 points of psychic
Okay.
damage.
Cool. Let me just do that math real quick while Rose is on the ground, just like having a real fucking bad time.
And we see
Yeah,
this
I'm
all
crying.
happen.
I'm surely
So
crying.
you just
What
see
do we
Rose,
see?
boom, fall.
Holy shit.
I
my
fucking.
God.
Truly sobbing at this
Yeah.
point.
Booking it over
I'm
there.
just like gathering around my arms, like what? What?
I in my head, and I said, don't touch the walls. Oh fuck.
I'm just gonna like
Um,
hold her against my chest.
Like shaking like a leaf.
What the fuck was that? What?
I touched the walls, and the screaming was in my head, and it hurts real bad. Nobody touch anything. There's no magic down here, but don't touch it.
Mom.
I reach down and I restore 20 points of healing.
Thank you.
Okay. Fuck.
Okay.
But no magic coming from it, you said?
I didn't. I couldn't find anything.
Is there something on the other side that's doing this? I am once again offering to blow something up for you. I can only do it one more time, but I would love to blow something up.
Everybody
Can you
make me a
give me a
perception check.
I'm gonna give myself disadvantage. on
Yeah,
this.
again, Reva 10 at disadvantage.
I'm using my inspiration already because I rolled bad.
Oh, that's not bad though.
Uh,
Slutty 20.
A 26.
A 15.
15. Siblings.
Okay, that was a nat 20, 22.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
So who got actually?
God.
Who got a 19 and above?
Riva got a 19 and above.
Can I
Incredible.
quickly ask, Reed, did Rose meet the DC for that con save?
No.
Okay. Because I was like, if that was half damage.
Very in a different way. That's a high ass con save, but that's
Fuck. Yeah, no, that was 10d10 that I rolled,
Jesus Christ.
and the
hell.
DC was 20.
Fuck.
Terrifying to think that I, in a terrible, bad place world, could have just taken 100 points of damage.
yeah.
It's actually kind of a miracle that didn't knock me unconscious.
So, again, who got above a 19? That was Rose, that was Rodella, that was Riva. You all can now hear, and this is something that you didn't hear before, clawing from the other side of this wall.
Of this wall that's on the south side, is that correct?
Correct. With the etchings on it, yes.
Let me blow it up.
Like, okay, how much clawing? Like the sound of something clawing, or the sound of some things clawing?
Some things. And it's
Wow.
growing in amount, in volume, in speed, and in strength.
Based on this description, is the sense that we're getting that this whatever is happening is clawing through these walls right now and is making it towards, is it getting closer?
With your roll and also your passive, it does not seem to be making any progress, but it's surely trying.
Okay. And I think we definitely sharing all of this information to everyone here. And I think there's like this dichotomy of what's happening. Like Rodella is checking in on like Rose and making sure everyone's okay. Riva is very much so like in sort of like a testing kind of mood and is like putting a stick or like throwing a stick at the etching to see if it triggers, or like throwing an inanimate object to see if it triggers.
Yeah, you start throwing stuff at this wall. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
But the clawing does get a little bit louder.
It's loud.
You're unclear if it's related.
Just saying, I could blow it up. And then we'd know what's going on.
Whenever it's out there in here. In fact,
We
we
could
should
kill
probably move
it.
away from this wall. Tenant, move Rose.
I'm moving. I've already getting her away as far away from the wall as I can. And Tenant is surely having a panic attack too, huh? That was like a 11 wisdom save.
Oh no.
We're
I'm
just
just,
having
like,
a normal
crouched-
time in the
I am
back. Don't worry about
crouched
it.
with Rose in my arms on the very opposite end of the room.
Can I look around for other like entry and exit points into this chamber?
Sure. Yeah, make a perception check.
Cool.
I'm going to be doing the same.
Do better. God damn it. Fuck. Fucking 11. Jesus H.
Say perception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not good. It's a 10.
Is it a 10? Yeah, both of you look around. The walls are thick and like smooth, and there doesn't seem to be any way to open them or any openings in them. Tenant has sufficiently pulled out all of the wall sconces, and so you know that that's not the case. Yeah, doesn't really seem to. The only way out that you know of is up.
And
At the end, go ahead.
okay. I feel like Riva is a little bit in her own world right now while like all of this is happening, and is like intently going back and forth between the etchings of the birds on the south side and the golden egg. And I think she moves towards the egg and she wants to see, pulls out like her knife and like, I want to check, can I etch into this egg?
Yeah. You take your knife and you like kind of drag it down in a little line. All of you can hear just this terrible sound of metal meeting gold. And yeah, you're able to make a little line in it.
Huh. I've got two thoughts rolling through my mind right now. One, if it's possible to bring this egg to touch some of these etchings and see if there's any type of reaction. Or two, to etch that etching into that egg and see if something happens or if there's anything inside. Am I mad? Am I
Yes.
losing it?
Yeah.
I think Riva would like to see what happens if she doodles or etches that crazy bird etching into this bird egg while this chaos is happening.
Yeah. We will check back in on you later because it's going to take you a hot sec to do that.
Okay.
Can I mean, probably not well, because I'm having a panic attack. But I think there is also like a part of Rose's consciousness that has been slumbering since the ant farm that taught itself how to stay alert and how to keep looking for solutions, even in the middle of feeling like this. So can I kind of like, thinking about the fact that the magic didn't pop up, but very clearly there was something on the wall, start kind of just like staying where I am, looking in like corners and on the floors to see, do I see like any kind of like runes that would be used in enchanting anywhere, so I can figure out if I think this is something from the things on the other side, or if I think this was like a Nystul's magic aura moment.
Sure. Make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Can I try to offer help by going around and just fucking like lighting the sconces?
Sure. Yeah. So you can make it flat.
Fucking dark.
Takes. Okay. Oh, I rolled bad. That's a 13. Which really in a horror game isn't a 13 a crit. Like I'm just saying.
13. Yeah, even with the little bit of light that the sconces provide for you, it doesn't appear to be anything there.
Okay.
Well, everybody's looking around. I'm just going to call up. Dandelion, anything going around up there? All good.
How long do you speak with animals last?
An hour?
Yeah, you hear Dandelion. The rest of you hear Dandelion. But in your head, you hear Dandelion go, everything's fine. I'm having a time. I'm so happy to be here. The sun is shining. The birds are singing. It's a great day to be out of my figurine.
Dandelion, I love you so much.
So much.
You're a saint. Could you oh, hold on one second. Do we need to like let anybody know we're down here? Should I have Dandelion like tell the birds to like tell her?
I can just, and I'm gonna go to the edge of the hole and just whistle for Rodney. Will he fly into this hole? I don't know. I sure hope he does.
Make me an animal handling check.
Okay. Can I have advantage because he's my very best friend in the world?
I was gonna give you disadvantage because you were, like 70 feet underground. So also you can make it flat.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Flat is better than disadvantage. Come on, Rod. 19.
19. And let me make a cheeky little perception check. Yeah. It takes a second.
That's
but eventually settling on the head of Dandelion, you see Rodney who kind of pokes his head down. Hey boss, what you doing down there?
Hey Rod, just, having an adventure. Give me one
Are you stuck?
I'm not stuck.
Are you sure?
And I kind of float like 20 feet off the ground. Like,
oh shit!
Oh, you know that.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Okay.
What's up?
And I kind of just look back to the family. Who do we want to tell? Who do we trust right now to alert them about this?
So,
I'm gonna call them Donovan.
Yeah? Right. Just... Can you... let Donovan know where we are, and that if you don't hear from us in half an hour to send in the cavalry.
Yeah, I can do that.
Right, thanks.
Wait, don't tell anyone that's not Crocolt.
Hold up.
Donovan is not what?
No, get Sloan.
Kind of looks at Ruby, panicked eyes.
What's Sloan gonna be able to do about it? I mean, Donovan.
She
has
can raise
people.
the alarm, but if we just tell Donovan and we can't trust them, then we're stuck here.
Fine. Just let Sloan know. Just Sloan.
Let Sloan know what?
Where we are, and if... Rod, are you alright?
What? Yeah.
Have you been sleeping? What's...
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Just where you are and what?
Just where we are, and if they don't hear from us in a half hour to come and find us.
Okay.
Raise the alarm, right?
Yeah. Kind of looks at you, nods, looks at Dandelion. Nice to see you, boss. And then flies away.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Apologies if you said this. Was Rodney like within my 30 feet of detect magic?
No, you're 60,
Okay.
70 feet underground. He was up on Dandelion's head.
Cool. No worries.
I'm just gonna call up to Dandelion, the same instructions. If we're not back in 30 minutes, like, can you let Sloan know? Just in case. He's a fail-safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn to Ruby, because
None of you, by the way, can hear
yeah,
what they're saying.
I was gonna say because I'm only hearing one half of the conversation.
You're not even understanding the other half of the conversation. Like
Mara would,
there's
though, because Mara's got speak with animals, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have speak with animals, so I can hear what's
Oh,
going on.
okay, yes, Mara could.
Yeah.
But the rest of you literally just hear them squawking at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're not hearing. Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Would I have noticed that Ruby looked a little distressed?
Make an insight check. Diana, make a deception.
Sure. It's a natural 1 for a total of 3.
That's a 21.
You can read your daughter like a motherfucking book.
Yes, no, I think that Ruby just like there's so much fucking happening right now that she didn't even like have the wherewithal to try to disguise that moment of like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
So yeah, you probably.
I think I'm gonna kind of like lean over to Ruby and just remembering the conversation that we had the other night about not relying on the birds as much and noticing Ruby's reaction. I'm just gonna be like, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. What? I'm running got a little confused, but I've been working really hard lately, so I'm not shocked.
Rodney
It's a lot to keep
doesn't
track
often get confused, does he?
Well, I don't know. It's a lot to keep track of.
All right. Then I'm gonna walk over to the wall.
Which one?
The one that all the scratching is coming from.
Bad
Oh,
wall.
yes.
Yeah. Not touching it. But I'm gonna stand close. If I walk along the wall, is the scratching coming from the entire wall, or is it just a section?
The entire south wall, yes.
Okay. How
It's
high up is
not growing anymore. Has seemed to have reached its peak, but it's also not lessening.
Okay.
Appears to be kind of varying heights. As low as 4 feet, as tall as like 7.
Got it. I'm just going to turn back to the rest of the group. I don't know what we want to do here. None of this is really making a lot of sense. Riva, have you noticed anything?
We now head back to Riva, who has just put the finishing touch on her etching in the golden egg. you can kind of like wipe off the dust that's left over, and you look, and for a second the like shiny exterior gives way, and you see your own face reflected back at you in a smile, one that is not the face that you're making in this moment, and then it fades.
I think that like reflection like strikes, like it triggers that thing in Riva that's very much so, I'm gonna obliterate whatever this thing is. And I think in this moment, like she's hearing the scratching, there's like all of this stress around, like everyone is in a state of distress. And I want to like characterize like Riva's like response to this right now is like, I need to solve this puzzle, I need to solve this problem now. And like sort of like her frustration and like fixation with this egg is very much born out of like a problem solving thing and like a desire to like take care of this. It's like she's like trusting Rodella to handle like the safety and the comfort. And in this moment, she's like really frustrated trying to solve this. I think in that flash, when there's like that, when she sees that smiling figure, she probably takes a dagger and like smashes into this and then tells, I'm so conflicted, but she tells Nadette, shatter this.
Oh, fucking finally. And I'm just gonna stick my hand on it and cast Shatter.
Sure. Friends, we had this conversation last time.
Oh, crap.
We decided that stone adds +4 to a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
I don't know what this adds.
Do you want me to see if it's on the screen? I think they're
Gold
Don't
is
worry.
soft. Gold is really, really soft.
Yes.
You can make an indent with your teeth if you bite it. In gold coins, that's why they bite it in movies.
It's not
I
gold.
know a lot about pirates.
I love your fun facts. This is not regular gold.
Well, is it?
I'm gonna say plus, on a scale of stone to...
And this is important because I rolled pretty well.
Gosh.
But I want to decide this before I tell you what I rolled.
Gold is not on here, but most other metals are, if there's one you would like to use as a frame of reference. But it's also just DCs, which I know is how we decided it last time. So I don't know if that's helpful at all.
I'm just gonna give this the same +4.
Valid.
That's a 19.
It saves. It does.
Cool. So you watch as Nadette kind of... Oh, someone said +6. Thank you, VJ. So a 21.
Hell yeah,
I'm just gonna
BJ.
take VJ's point for this. Thank
BJ,
you.
you're making it worse.
So I still get to roll. I still get to roll damage.
It still
just
takes
takes
half damage. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Thank you, VJ.
You watch as this kind of... I don't know where VJ got the number. I like to think that they just made it up. But I just need someone else to make the decision for me. So thank you, VJ.
12 reduced to 6 points of damage.
So 6 points of damage. You watch as this thing kind of like rattles a little bit in its space, as if it's been kind of like knocked off of its balance. But it kind of comes back to center and stops moving.
When it rattles, is there a sense of there's anything inside this thing?
Nope.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
And is there anything underneath it in the nest?
I don't think it rattled enough for you to be able to see.
I could just push it on the ground, see if that does anything. Or we could take it up and drop it from the ceiling.
My god, it's... Ruby this whole time has just had this, like, sad face of, like, fucking, you're watching someone destroy this beautiful art piece. Like... Why? Yeah, you could have just picked it up in the first place, Nadette. You didn't have to fucking blow it up.
Okay, well, I didn't blow it up. It's apparently not going to be blown up. And listen, I make forgeries literally every day. If you want a copy, I could just make one.
It's not about the copy. It's about the fact that whatever the fuck's been down here did a fucking carving that fucking, I don't know, cursed rose or whatever, and
Okay, wait.
maybe we don't want to.
But I did have a good idea.
What?
What if we steal this and put a facsimile in its place? Do a forgery? I don't know if that would do anything, but it could be interesting. Keep an eye on it. See if anybody comes for it.
Indiana Jones it, Mara.
We could Indiana Jones it.
What?
We really could.
I don't know who that is. Why you just
that was
making things
that
up?
was fully James. I cannot overstate how much Rosie is not here right now.
Riva, with your passive perception, you notice that the etchings that you made on this egg are gone.
Yep.
Okay. The etchings are gone. There's some type of reflection. It's reflecting something back at me. Something is... And the sounds are still continuing, is that correct?
Mhm.
Riva shares this information, looks over to Rodella, and... Quick thoughts. This thing is regenerating or repairing damage or something is happening. Whatever we're doing to it, it's unaffected. Is there any way that we can break through, melt this down, move it, or do something with it? Figure out what this thing is.
And when you cast Detect Magic, it didn't...
I didn't pick up any active
No
magic in this
response.
room, only ambient.
Oh, what is going on?
My only other suggestion is we move this, push it against the sigil, and see if it triggers anything.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, can I just drop it from the roof? And see if that does anything. I'm just curious now. I mean, if it can regenerate, it's something we might want to know. Maybe we could melt it down into like a shield. Regenerating shield could be good for battle stuff. I don't know.
When they're attacking the egg, do I hear any difference in the scratching? Okay. I've got an axe if you want me to hit it.
I mean, we could at least move it.
Yeah, let's move it, take a swing, and see if it triggers anything with the etchings.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sure. Who's lifting it?
I think Ruby's like, I don't fucking touch the egg to death. Like, goddamn. That's not her voice at all, but it's just like, don't fucking, I got it.
I can do it.
It's delicate. You know
I'm
how
gonna
to
go
fucking
lift up the
handle
egg.
it?
I work with antiques all day. I know how
As
to
the
handle
two
that,
of
and I
them are
get really
arguing, Rodella goes to lift the egg.
And Riva's helping, yeah.
Sure. The two of you start to lift. Could the both of you please make me athletics checks? Riva with disadvantage.
Ah,
That is a 28.
28.
Yes.
You're so hot and so strong. Yes. Because I got a 7.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. Does my
You know, you-
ability trigger?
How kind of you.
You know when you move furniture together and it's so clear that one of them is holding the entire weight and the other person's just kind of doing that? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now.
It will only trigger if you're proficient in athletics. Bree. Are you proficient in athletics?
This would be really helpful if I knew how to play D&D.
It's almost like it's not like you're playing a super high level character that you haven't played at a lower level before. No.
I am actually proficient. Yeah, so it's 14.
Okay, slay. Incredible. So the two of you start to move
Oh,
this
no,
thing.
it's already added.
You get it about halfway through the room. And then you start feeling some sort of like almost magnetic seeming force start trying to pull it back toward the nest,
Oh.
working against you. and you're kind of, you can't, it's not winning because Bradella almost rolled a fucking 30, but it's also, you're not able to move it further right now. And you're kind of stuck at a stalemate.
Can I look at the nest while they got it
Yeah.
out?
Absolutely. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Before I roll this, hey sister, you wanna help me out while we're looking at things?
Fine.
This is out of character, but I like to imagine that Nadette was just like, "Ah, fine, goddamn." Ruby didn't even
Yeah.
say anything. 19.
19. Yeah, you can look. It seems to be made out of individual, like, golden twigs and branches and sticks. There's nothing in it.
Can I, based on my knowledge of antiques, can I tell if these are like gilded, like sticks dipped in gold, or if they're like gold all the way through? Just kind of trying to
They appear to
get
be
a
some
feel of
sort
what the
of,
vibe is.
yeah, some sort
Ken
of
would have told
sculpture.
you what they found.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Can I, whilst for like the last 10 minutes, whilst this has been going on, James, Rose is still like fully having a panic attack, right?
Yeah, I cannot overstate. Every few minutes I've rolled a d20 to see how it's going. I cannot overstate that I have not rolled over 10 even once. So I think what's happening here, if I may for a moment paint you a picture.
Please.
I think the like way that like weird scream whatever happened in their mind and the way that she crumpled, I think the panic attack has instead she's become, for probably the first time in a long time, lost in another time and place when they were fighting to survive in a room and Rose did a dissonant whispers to another competitor and killed them in very much the same way. And I think Rose is stuck in that room right now. Like, I don't know that they're necessarily truly hearing or seeing anything. Their eyes are just far off. She's shaking. And that's it.
Can I rolled a minute ago and Tennant has been able to shake the worst of their panic. Can I try and help Rose out of this?
Yeah, how? How would you like to?
He's just holding you. He kind of like can see that your eyes are just completely glazed over and he's just like brushing back your hair, like holding your face, like, hey, look at me, look at me.
I think like their chin turns, but their eyes don't move.
Rosie, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
You're not there. You're here. We're gonna get out.
Oh, I rolled above it. I think there's like a blink, and then she looks at you, and it's like half there. We're out.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go pick the girls up from school.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay,
we're gonna go home. And it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay, I need you to stay with
Mm-hmm.
me.
We're not in there. We're out. We're out. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
You need to stand up with me.
I don't know if I can.
Okay, I'm gonna help you.
Okay.
He's just gonna try and help her up.
No roll required.
Mm-hmm. It's still like clutching you. Like, honestly, probably nails digging into you a little bit. But I'm okay. I'm okay.
And he's gonna look up and I think make direct eye contact with Reva and be like, what are we doing?
We need to figure out what is happening here. Whatever magic triggered that attack on Rose, whatever thing left these etchings, whatever this thing that is haunting us is. We need to find it and we need to eliminate it.
Do you want me to drop the egg? I'm gonna... Misty Step can go up, right?
30 feet. You are
Yeah, I'm gonna stand
You're
by the
70.
rope.
70 feet underground.
So you wouldn't be able to Misty step up above.
Oh, I know.
Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna standing by the rope. And I'm gonna tell everyone who's standing by the nest to move since this thing is like pulling towards the nest. And I'm gonna Misty Step 30 feet in the air And at the same time, I'm going to try and let go of the egg and grab the rope so I don't fall
Sure.
30 feet.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
All right, that's a 23.
23. So the first thing that you all see happen is Rodella and the egg disappear. The next thing that you see is Rodella and the egg 30 feet in the air. And the egg plummets to the ground at a speed that is faster than anything that drops should be able to travel. And Rodella is able to, by the time you have grabbed onto the rope, the egg is back on the ground in the nest. It wanted to be there so badly, and it is unharmed as it, again, rocks a little bit as it settles back in its place.
Looking upwards when Rodella does this, is there anything on the ceiling? Or is there anything... Because I'm thinking through, these etchings were birds with beaks pointing upwards. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything up?
How far does dark vision go? Let's take a gander.
I think it varies in different.
It's either 60 feet or 120 feet, depending on the kind of dark vision.
Let's look at
I did like
Riva's dark vision.
Up
You
to
did like the
60
sconces.
You can see in darkness shades of gray up to 60 feet.
Okay. You look up at the ceiling, and what you could notice is a difference in, like, texture, almost like there's another etching. It's not whole. It kind of surrounds this gigantic hole in the ceiling that Nadette made. You get the sense that it was whole at one point. It is no longer. You can see a giant wing off to one side, and to the other side you can see, like, just the tip of an open beak and what appears to be like little droplets of something coming out of the beak heading down. This is what the etching looks like.
Is this like when bird... This is like, what are all of the bird facts that I know? Is this like birds feeding? You know, like, because don't birds do that thing where they chew for their young? Is that like the posture, or is that like the sort of perspective?
Literally, all you
upwards?
see is a wing and the tip of a beak and these little droplets. It's hard to
Little droplets.
put it all together.
Are we going to figure anything out while we're down here? Or do we want to seal this back up? Maybe take some etchings or something of all of this and go figure out what the fuck is going on. See if we can find any resources.
There is something down here. You can fucking hear it on the other side of the wall. We're just gonna leave it here. Beneath our home.
Tennant is right. We're right here. There's something here. There's something that we're missing.
Agreed. In the carving on the wall,
Mhm.
birds, arms outstretched, feathers on the tips touching each other. I'm thinking maybe we just all have to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I'm thinking that maybe that's what's got to happen here.
They are holding hands, yes.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, I know it's not how our family usually does things, but, and I kind of point to the carving. It's a bunch of crows standing around an egg holding hands.
Are you advocating for hand holding? You! My sister, who never says her feelings, who never accepts love and affection in any normal way. Are you saying we should hold hands?
That's how you know it's fucking serious, Nadette, because yes, I am in fact suggesting
that we all stand around in a circle and hold hands.
Holy shit, hold on, I have to
Fuck.
savor this moment. Everyone quiet, I just need to soak it in.
I will
that's beautiful.
kill you when you
That's
sleep.
beautiful.
Cadet eyes.
I'd like to see you try, and I just grab Ruby's hand and give it a little kiss. Hold my hand up.
It's stupid, but what else do we have?
Riddell's gonna, slide down the rope because I'm still hanging in the air.
Sure we are, yeah. Again, like you're in gym class.
I was born for this. Slide down the rope so I'm next to, and go over to Reva and hold out a hand.
I think I absent-mindedly hold your hand and still like this entire time, like also Reva's been pacing and like stops, holds your hands and just like chews her fingernails.
I'm gonna look back at Tennant. Is she okay?
I just give you a very dark look that's like, obviously fucking not.
I'm gonna give you a don't test me right now look.
I'm just gonna kind of look between this and, yeah. I'm fine. Kind of just wipe a tear off.
Fucking hell.
And I will take, I'm already holding Tennant's hand, so I'll take Nadette's.
All right. And you all hold hands around this golden egg and this golden nest. And you kind of sit there for a moment in this discomfort. The clawing and the scratching still coming from the wall. And you kind of all look around and you hear a drip. Drip, drip, drip. And you look up at the ceiling and this like black liquid is coming from those droplets on the ceiling. Just drip, 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 and starts going faster.
Oh,
You guys struck oil. We're gonna be rich.
oh yeah, because we're really struggling with that right now.
Yeah, we've got no money.
This whole campaign is actually just a reboot of the Beverly Hillbillies, which is
This is
really,
about why you should.
I think we hit it really well.
Crack, guys. Don't
Don't be
support crack.
scary. Don't make jokes about the things that are supposed to be scary.
It's very scary.
Reed, I have to, or I won't be able to breathe.
Yeah.
I think as this is happening, Riddell is just gonna mutter to Rhea, "Do we let go? If we let go, does it stop?"
Test it. We like
It does not stop. In fact,
collect some how it reacts to the etchings and how it reacts to the egg. Figure out what this thing is.
We're up on a podium right now, right?
Or
Or are
sure,
we level
you can
with
be.
the ground where it's...
Up to you. Were you guys on the altar or were you on the ground?
I mean, we're standing around the egg. Where is that?
So it's up on an altar, but
Okay.
I mean, there's enough of you that you could have probably still been on the ground. Up to you guys. Someone tell me, were you on the ground or were you on the altar?
I think it makes sense to be on the altar.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you are on the altar.
Can I touch some of this liquid and like fucking see what it is?
Sure. Yeah. How do you want to see what it is?
Can I make a weird little tenant check?
Yeah, make a weird little tenant check. Investigation with proficiency.
I love these little checks.
Or intelligence with proficiency. Sorry. Instead of
Yeah,
investigation.
same thing. Why can't I? 17?
17. Is like thin? And so it's not like thick, it's not viscous. It's not
Yeah.
water. I don't know. It's like some sort of thin black liquid.
It's not oil. It's Does it smell of anything?
Is it ink? Like for writing?
Could be ink.
Can I collect a small bit of it?
Absolutely.
Riva is gonna collect some.
It's starting to pool on the ground.
Great.
Can I just very quickly try and look up at the ceiling where this is coming out and determine if I think enough of this could potentially come out to fill this room and like drown us potentially?
So you.
I'm assuming not. But...
It's a big room, and it's not
Right.
entirely sure. You're not entirely sure where it's coming from, and it's hard to see this like it's coming from the wall, but like you don't see like the pool of water that it's coming from, or like the bag that it's the source, right? And so hypothetically, if you stood here for long enough, it could. You're not in an immediate threat right now, but the longer you stay here, the more that threat does increase and grow.
Has any of the ink, I'm just gonna call it ink because I don't know what the fuck it is, landed on the etchings or the egg yet?
Not yet.
I wiped my hand on the egg.
Give me one sec.
Love that. Yeah.
You wipe your hand. Does your hand have you covered your hand in ink?
Well, I was kind of feeling it in my fingers, and I just wipe a streak across the egg.
Yeah, there's like a streak of ink on the egg.
Can I?
Hey.
Oh.
Okay.
I was thinking. I think at the same time, Riva's taking some of that, and has taken care not to touch the etching, and is maybe flicked some into the upturned beaks of the etching.
Sure. Yeah. You kind of. And as you do that, you watch as each of the beaks close, one by one. And the sound stops. And the dripping also stops.
Toppings are black.
They were fucking fucking hell. God damn it, Mara.
What is happening?
Alright, maybe if we feed all the birds, a secret door opens, right?
All of them have been fed. All the beaks have been closed.
Fuck.
The sound has stopped. The dripping has stopped.
Do
And
we
you are in
hold hands
silence
again?
for the first time in a little bit.
Can I
Wait,
make a
Tenny,
perception
pull the
check to see
sconces
if
again.
there's
Maybe now we have to do it. Sorry, TT.
No, you're fine.
What did you say, TT?
Oh, I was just gonna say, can I just make a perception to check to see if anything's changed?
Sure.
You guys can keep talking while I'm doing this. 14.
What'd you say?
14.
14. Yeah, I mean, besides the beaks closing, the dripping stopped, the ink kind of starts to drain a little bit. You're not really sure where it's going,
Yeah,
which is weird, but it does start to dissipate and disappear.
Is there looking at the floor, is there any kind of is it running somewhere? Can I kind of tell if there's a
It kind of
drain?
seems to just be sinking
It's
into
just
the ground.
seeping in? Okay, that's
Yeah.
I mean, I could always go deeper.
How?
Be a fucking
Badger?
badger.
Oh, of course, yeah. Sorry. There's no other etchings anywhere else.
I mean,
Um,
it might be a bad idea, but one of us could touch the etchings now and see if it comes out differently than what happened with Rose. I'll do it. I'll volunteer, but it
Don't fucking
be
do
worth
it,
it.
Nanette.
I'm offering.
If I see Riva going to do that, I'm going to give her a bardic inspiration.
You put your hand on the etching, and you hear something in your brain now too. It's not a scream. It's crying.
Where's the crying coming from?
From in your brain.
And there's no directional sense. It's just like crying in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the cry of a bird? Is it a cry of something humanoid? Is it the cry of a baby?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
And my inspiration is a D8 if you use it at any point.
And I think I am going to use that inspiration because if not now, then when?
Oh, true. If I am not for myself, who will be for me? If I am only for myself, what am I? And if not, now when?
So true.
That's crazy, bro.
You hate
I'm
me?
really good
Sorry,
at
I can say it and hear with you.
So rolling this with disadvantage,
Mm.
I got a 19 and a 20 on the die. And I get a plus 12 to insight, is that correct?
Mhm.
And that's a D8
That's
too.
my
because
mother!
You don't
Get
even
the
need the
flag.
D8, babe.
She's rolling
That's a
anyway.
7, so that's going to be a 26. What is 26 plus 12? Is that a 38? Is that correct?
God, my wife is so smart.
Fuck. Someone cries and Reva's like, I know exactly. I've heard every manner of being cry in my
Every
presence.
manner,
I've made
every
half of them
age.
do it.
In the summer of 92, I heard that cry in an alley.
38.
It was raining.
Reed, I think you should just tell us who Wallow is. For that.
Yeah.
Mystery's
Come on,
over.
that's up.
Holy shit. I don't think I've ever had a player roll that high before, ever. Oh my gosh. Okay.
That was a disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Level of exhaustion.
Reva is that
It could
bitch.
have been a 39.
Holy shit.
This is a juvenile cry. Not of a humanoid child, not of a bird, of something sort of in between. There's multiple. And they're all crying. They seem to be crying in the way that a child cries when they want attention, when they're begging to be noticed. Or maybe they've been left alone for a little bit too long. And all they want is for someone to look at them and wipe their tears and tell them that everything is going to be okay. It is a cry that you have not heard in your house for quite some time. But it is a cry that you as a mother know very well. And with a 38, you also hear in your head a voice that you do not recognize. And the voice says, I will meet you. Come alone. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Ah!
Don't change that Twitch channel. We will be right back in 7 to 15 minutes, whatever the vibes are, who knows, to figure out what the heck is happening here. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. Hi, my name is Reed, and you're watching Starlight Tales. Ba 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 ba. Welcome back from break.
Uh-huh.
It's my new thing. I want to start spoofing shows because I think it's funny and it lightens the mood. Hello, welcome back. We're gonna pick up right where we left off. Then go.
Where the f- did we
So,
Yeah, where do
we
we
had an eventful break? What did we do?
so Reva's just touched
Reva just
this
had-
thing.
Okay.
Voice in her
As
mouth.
far as we've seen, nothing's
Mhm.
happened to her.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Tanner just goes, Mom? Can anyone look at her face? What, hello?
Nadette's just gonna touch it.
Mom.
Oh
I
my
think-
god!
Dad.
Uh, Nadette, you touch it, and nothing happens.
I think
It's
when
nothing.
you look at Reva's face, like her eyes are closed, and I'm not sure if you're listening for it, but like underneath her breath, she sort of mutters, sort of like, "Hush, little babies, we will find you," and then to the voice of what I can only presume is Wallow, right? I think she thinks aloud, or I'm not quite sure how this communication like sort of works, but it's very much so. Wonderful, we have a date. And there's a very pronounced sort of like period at the end of that sentence in her mind. She takes her hand off of the etching, Reva, and sort of opens her eyes and looks to the group of you. And Bree, the player right now, is calculating how much to tell everybody in this moment. And I think Reva pauses. Whatever was screaming, whatever was scritching on these walls has been fed for now. But we're going to have to come up with a much more permanent solution. Has there been any reaction to the egg at all?
No. And surely now that they're not trying to burrow through the walls, surely now we try and get through and fucking kill whatever is on the other side.
Or at least get answers. If not commit murder. But I'm not opposed to murder.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise murder was off the table here.
I'm not saying it's off the table. I'm just saying it would also, in addition, be helpful to get answers. In
Yeah,
addition
but-
to murder.
Okay, whatever.
Reva sort of looks at you, Tenant, like directly, and makes eye contact, and then moves eye contact to Rodella. And I guess what I'm trying to convey through this eye contact is sort of do we keep on pushing and try to find this while we're down here, or do we take this break now?
Rodella's looking at you with the take a break.
I'm looking at you with the fucking do something.
Why is every instinct of my bone being like, what a perfect time to delegate some tasks? And I'm like, don't split the party. And I'm like, delegate some tasks. And I'm like, ah,
Delegate.
that cruel, disgusting thing in my gut. I think Reva looks over to Rodella and says, and looks over, how's Rose doing right now?
I mean, they don't look awesome, but like they are alert. They're still like very, when you like haphazardly kind of try to wipe tears off your cheeks, so it's just like wet in general. Kind of that energy, a little spacey, but like is hearing what you're saying.
Okay. Then
We
I
don't-
think Reva sort of proposes, why don't we take a moment? Whoever needs to recover, take a moment to get out here and check on the status of what's happening outside of this crypt. Rodella, would you be able to take them out and check on to see if there's been any reaction on the tree above and to help Rose maybe get some fresh air.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to stay will take a moment, examine what's been happening here, and maybe look to see what's beyond these walls.
What time is it? When do my kids need to be picked up from school?
Let's see. How much time do we think this has taken since we started digging to now? I propose maybe a couple of hours.
Yeah, at
That's
least.
fair.
I think the morning, kind of everybody's morning activities also probably took a couple of hours. And so I'm going to say the kids probably need to be picked up from school in like 45 minutes.
I can have Daffodil get your kids.
Fucking
Dandelion,
Dad,
sorry,
will
not
you-
daffodil, wrong flower.
Nadette,
I'm
I'm
on the
begging
total
you to just use your fucking brain for just 1 second. We're not
What?
sending an elephant to pick up my kids.
Why? They know Dandelion knows your kids know Dandelion. They'll be like, oh, Dandelion. And who's gonna protect your kids better than a fucking giant elephant?
I mean,
Plus, they don't even have to walk home. They can just climb right aboard.
as much as I understand where that's coming from, I think that the kids will probably have questions on why their parents aren't there, and the giant elephant can't really answer.
We could
That-
attach a note. Just, like, stick a note on top. Put it in a trunk. She'll deliver it to the teacher. You can sign it. Be like, I have given permission for this elephant to pick up my children, Rose and Tennant. And then a note to the kids being like, don't worry, we're just a little busy. Come home.
Tennant,
She'll take care
Rose,
of
why
you.
don't you go pick up your children?
I'm staying here.
Tennant, I think you need a break.
I'm fine.
Tennant?
Well, the elephant's fucking staying here because it's holding the rope, Nadette, you fucking idiot.
Okay, Root, there's no use. There's no reason to use that kind of language towards me. I'm the only one coming up with solutions.
You know
Fine.
what? Why don't we all take a break if we're going to be this snippy?
I'm not.
Whatever is here has been fed. We can come back in the morning.
I will leave people here to watch.
Fine.
Dandelion can be around for a full 24 hours, so she can keep watch as well.
Fucking
What?
listen. You know, if I say what I want to say, I'm gonna get grounded. So
Let's get out of here. If one more of you snaps, I'm going to snap.
Scariest thing that's happened this entire day, to be honest.
And you can all begin the ascent via climbing the rope, via hovering, via polymorphing, wild shaping, whatever you want to do to get up. I'm not going to make you roll for it because we don't have time for those rolls to fail. So you all make it to the top. Ta-da!
I
thanks.
think Rodella's going to pull Tennant aside once they get to the top. And all she's going to say is, pull yourself together.
He just shrugs her off and like storms off.
Did you storm off without Rose?
No. no. I'm like sticking to Rose like glue. No. He just shrugs you off and is like sticking by Rose.
Slowly storms off.
I think Rose is going to, probably already holding Tennant's hand, just give it 2 little squeezes in the kind of silent "Are you okay?" code that was worked out post Ant Farm.
Like hesitates and then just does the like nope squeeze.
Just gonna like wrap my other arm around you and just put my head on your shoulder. And that's all.
As we get to the top, I'm going to alarm the entrance to the hole.
Sure.
God damn, how many fucking holes are on this goddamn planet? Jesus Christ.
Too many.
Not enough.
Too bloody many.
Can I ask a technical question about how you set up this alarm and what it means?
Okay. So this alarm, I can choose an area within range no larger than a 20-foot cube. Until the spell ends, the alarm alerts me whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. I can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. And I can either have it be mental or audible. I'm going to make it mental.
Awesome.
And it lasts for fucking 8 hours. Yep, so I just take like a minute to go around and just is like pulling like little like strands of like dark arcane energy over the entrance to the hole. Alright, nothing gets in or out unless I say so. Well, it can, but I'll know.
You want me to leave Dandelion on the guard?
Dandelion just smiling and kind of wiggling a little bit.
You
I think that's a great idea, Nadette.
I'm gonna switch to Crow's Camp really quick. I've got an idea. I think we should set a trap.
You're very good at those.
Yeah, thank you. I might, if my hunch is correct, I might have a way of feeding this thing information without it knowing that that's what I'm doing. Unfortunately, if it works, it's going to confirm a few very sad realities for me, but I mean, if we want to get it stuck somewhere, big stone hole in the ground, not a bad place to start.
Are you thinking like a divide and conquer thing?
Thinking we get it in the hole and then, I don't know, we can either seal it up, see if it takes the fight out of it. We can just go down there and take care of business.
I mean, I've got nothing better to do for the next few days. I could always just hang out down there, hide out, see if anybody comes down, and then...
Nothing that easy. You're a good actress, Nadette. I'm gonna need your help.
Well, if it's acting you need me to do, sign me the fuck up.
It will involve a bit of subterfuge, so yeah.
What's the nicest thing you've ever said to me?
Thank you, I'm feeling very generous right now. I don't really know what's wrong. Alright, so what do we think would entice this thing? What do we know about it? What do we think might get it to go down there of its own accord? Anyone?
Is Riva paying attention to any of this? Like, if I look at Riva, can I tell if Riva's listening?
You can tell that Riva is like half listening and not really paying much mind.
Can I see if I notice that?
Make an insight check against Bree's deception. Again, Bree with disadvantage. It doesn't matter because you're proficient in like every freaking skill that you roll in, and you have your reliable talent, and it doesn't matter. But for the principle of the thing, you do have disadvantage.
This is great.
I got a 17. Is my mommy paying attention to me?
Oh no!
Oh, that hurts. That's a 23 on deception.
Yes, your mommy is definitely paying attention to you.
Okay, cool.
Extremely creative.
Okay, bringing it back. Ooh.
What if we say... Sorry, Rose.
No, I just have a super quick a DM question. On our favorite subject that is asking if a spell can work a certain way if I offer you something even though it doesn't work that way technically. Phantasmal Force only lasts a minute. If I upcast it, can I make it last longer than a minute?
I'm gonna Google it.
Okay. Do I have it open? Do you want me to read it to you?
I'm gonna Google it.
Okay. Yeah, have fun. I'll be here.
Playing Run Away with Me on Spotify.
No! What the hello?
Read's in your walls now.
How does it
Okay,
feel?
Google, stop.
We're gonna get our first fucking DMCA strike.
Copyright strike because of my fucking. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what she was playing.
All I heard was, "Do you want to run away with me?" And I was like, "Yeah."
She was playing Del Verde by Calcutta is what she was playing. I just looked at my computer. Okay, let me read this spell. Mara, you'd say what you were gonna say. I'm gonna read the spell.
Fuck. I mean, we could always say that, like, I don't know, the egg was damaged and needs help, or the altar was destroyed, or that the egg is missing. It got taken away and now everybody has to go investigate. Or
No, that's a good one.
what?
I don't know.
Wait, no, say that again. I didn't hear it. No, bring it back. What'd you say?
This is going to become a much shorter conversation.
No, just say it again. I didn't hear you. I didn't catch it.
Do you want to help or don't you? Because I'm going to revoke my invitation in about 5, 4. All right.
Oh my god, alright. But we all had it. You said I had a good idea. We all had it. Thank you.
James, so who are you trying to cast this on?
So my question was going to be, because I know it creates an illusion that is real in like a person's mind. My question was going to be if I can fuck around with this a little bit, to try and cast some kind of illusion, even if we take out the doing damage part of it, that would last long enough that like the next person to enter this hole would see it. Just to help kind of lay this trap. I will happily give up the damage part.
So we'll say
we'll 4th level spell slot.
I love that. We'll make it a 4th level spell. We'll give up the damage, and we'll have it that it is triggered when somebody enters this room.
Okay.
This is what they see, and it lasts for a minute once triggered. Does that sound good?
That sounds perfect.
Okay, cool.
I can depending on what kind of trap we want to. I'm speaking in Crow's Camp. What kind of trap we want to lay? I think I can do kind of like a big illusion on something. We'd have to make it clear whoever's staying here that they can't enter the room because it will trigger for them. So,
all right.
Right.
You just have to tell me what illusion you want. I can do.
I actually don't even know if we need an illusion. If we could just get it down there, then we know we've got it.
Well, but I mean to like, if we wanted to lure something in there.
Well, Nadette, how do you feel about interrupting one of my staff meetings? You've got something very important to tell me in front of them.
Oh, of course. I'd be delighted.
And I mean, obviously, I'm very frustrated at that fact, and you
of course.
shouldn't be giving certain information in front of people, but of course these are my crows and I trust all of them implicitly.
Right, of course. What if, if we're trying to figure out who the rat, quote unquote, is, I could point them to a specific location and see who shows up?
Well, what I'm saying is you interrupt the meeting and you tell me that the egg is gone.
And
Something's
whoever
taken.
comes looking.
Precisely.
Deal. I'm in. You want me to do it as me, right? Not just like one of the guards?
No,
or
it has
something?
to be you.
Fine, I won't wear a costume.
Sorry, I don't want to limit your creativity, but
And I'm just gonna fix my makeup really quick, but that's fine.
all right. Be back in a few hours.
Yeah, so time and place.
Fantastic.
Just to double check, do you want me to make it look like the egg is gone or no? I don't have to. I just an offer.
I know, I'm kind of looking to the others. Do we think we need it too? If we get it down there?
Well, if it looks in the hole and can see the egg, it's not going to go in.
Well, yeah, but it's got to go, like, down and,
I might be able to help with that. I can... fuck. Not until I get a good rest, but I could cast darkness down there, make it so nobody can see unless they're right up in the business, but again, I need to get a good sleep.
We're banking all of this on whoever Wallow is wanting this egg or having any interest in it. It might not give a shit. We don't know what this thing wants. The only thing it's shown any interest in so far is us.
I think it's too big of a coincidence. All this starts happening at the exact same time, on the same day that this tree dies. The thing underneath the tree is a massive fucking egg. Surrounded by carvings of birds that scream at people if you touch them.
Well, and if Wallow doesn't give a shit, that's a good thing to know that these are two separate instances. If nobody takes the bait, that answers that question for us.
I'm just saying, if you want to trap it, you might need better bait, and it might have to be one of us.
Well then, again, I could go down there and be injured or something, I don't know. Listen, I can do it! I am, frankly, the best liar in this family, the best actor in this family, and also the one who has the most tricks up my sleeve just at any given time. I can manipulate birds, alright? It's gonna be fine.
For what it's worth, I can also make it look like one of us is in there.
That's what I'm saying. And no offense, Nadette, but it might need to be someone a bit more higher ranking.
Oh, please. I'm the hot one. They're definitely gonna want me. Just, you know.
I think. Like,
No! It should be me because, okay, I'm the youngest, I'm the baby. Who else is going to get everybody up in arms? Right? If I get taken, you're all gonna lose your shit, right? Because I'm the baby, I'm the one who needs to be protected. So who better to be the bait to be, you know, if there's the potential for kidnapping or whatever, because that's gonna hit you the hardest. It's a good plan.
Riva, what were you gonna say?
I think, like, the gears have been turning, like, Riva has been silent, and, like, you can see, like, her eyes sort of darting and calculating while this, like, conversation is happening. And if I remember correctly, the thing that Wallow said was come alone, if I'm correct, and there was no addendum about don't tell anyone, which I feel like is the second follow-up to whenever come alone. Is that correct?
I can't remember the message completely, but from what I remember, it was something along the lines of, I will meet you at midnight, come alone.
Great, come alone. And I think sort of like as like the sort of strands and we like the sort of like tidbits of a trap are formulating, and when Tennant is mentioning like bait, I think Riva, takes a moment and kind of just says, we don't need bait. I already have a meeting planned.
What?
Riva.
Who are you? Are you?
Riva looks directly into Rodella's eyes and speaks like to Rodella in this moment. When I touched the etching, there were the cries of those birds, those babies, and they were yearning for attention. But after those cries subsided, I heard Wallow's voice saying he'd meet me at midnight, come alone.
How do you know it was Wallow?
Because I left him an invitation. Or them. Left them an invitation.
For fuck's sake.
And I want to say, like, Riva is very intentionally ignoring Tennant's, like, for fuck's sake.
Well, we don't need bait.
Unless I could disguise myself as you. You get to hear what's going on, or report back, but if they're trying to kill you or kidnap you, they won't get actually you. They'll get me and then be shocked when, I turn back into the debt. And they're like, oh god, we goofed. Oh darn. And then you can just come heal me, it's no problem.
Riva
Really
like
intent on
reaches
doing that.
over and like grabs your bicep and just gives you a gentle squeeze and like a nod no.
Right.
Alright, I'll find some other way to figure out what's going on with my network. That's fine.
We'll have eyes on you. But
Ruby, I might
I think we're
be
all
able
very
to.
good at staying hidden.
I might have an idea for how to help out. We can talk about it later, but I've got a plan if you need help.
We'll see. Alright, so what, we just wait for whatever this is, and where are you meeting it?
At the tree. At midnight.
Perfect location.
Okay.
So we find out what it's been watching, who it's been watching for, and why it's been watching. We'll ask him some questions. And if necessary, we eliminate it. Ruby... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, point of clarification, did you tell us that you had to come alone?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Go ahead.
I think... I'm thinking through, like, in my mind right now, I'm like, we need to tackle, I think, what that issue is with, like, what's going on with the Crow network and information. And until, like, these things are fundamentally connected. They've got to be connected. So I think Riva is very much so directing, like, we can use this opportunity to figure out who within your network is the mole. See if you can work with your sister to figure out some way to figure out who is leaking information and why, so we can identify and secure our network.
Already got a short list, but yeah. Figure it out.
And then I think Riva probably takes I think in this moment, you're probably seeing Riva sort of withdraw like more and more inward. And there's sort of like the same manic sort of puzzle solving energy that like she was applying to what was happening with the egg. Like there is much more, it's sort of like the, I don't know how to, there's like a, I don't know how to describe it besides like a hyperfixation, a sort of like almost like the gears are turning and thinking through how to lay like trap upon trap upon trap. And very pointedly, she's like not willing to share at this moment, I think, is sort of like the vibe that I want to. This is so friendly, but just the sort of like, those are the vibes.
All right, well, I'll go get started on that, and if you think of anything else that you need, let me know. And just gonna start heading to the house.
Nadette's following, going, "Oi, Mother said we had to both work on it, so I'm coming with you."
That's
Just
not
please
what she
follow
said.
The children need to be picked up.
Yeah, I'm aware. Let's take Rose's hand. Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
And as the younger members of the family head off, Miva and Rodella, you are left alone at the tree.
Was that not pertinent information for me to know?
I wasn't planning on telling the kids, but I thought it was...
When did you leave the note?
This morning. This morning? This morning.
I will defer to your judgment, but maybe try and keep me in the loop.
Sweetie, we had to move. How do we handle this?
Tenant?
Sorry?
I'm worried about Tenant.
What's going on with Tenant?
Just seeming a little bit unstable and a little bit unpredictable at the moment.
We're all a little bit unstable and unpredictable at the moment. And he's always unstable and unpredictable.
All right. I'll handle it.
And God, I think Riva, like when you say sort of like I'll handle it, I think her response is much more like what she wants to say is like, I need your help with this, like this thing, but she doesn't say it. She just bites her tongue, and like in a little corner of her mind, it's a sort of like, I can do it myself. I'll figure out a way to solve this myself.
I don't think Riddell really like picks up quite on that, but says kind of just out of habit, if you need anything, just ask.
And Riva doesn't ask for help.
And I think we go from there to follow Rose and Tennant as they go to pick up their kids from school.
I think, how far is this walk from where
I think it's like on the other end of the lane. So, you know, if you like want to leisurely stroll, maybe like 7 to 10 minutes.
Okay. I think like 3 minutes of silence passes, and then Rose kind of I'm sorry, I touched. It was stupid. It was a stupid thing to do, and I know you wanted to stay down there, and it's very clear that we left because of me. So I'm. No, it was stupid. I wasn't thinking. And I'm sorry.
What were you meant to do?
Just not touch things.
Well, we've got a bad habit of doing first, thinking later. I am not anyone to hold that against you.
Yeah. Do you think I would have learned? What?
How are you doing?
Great, fine. Really great.
Wow. Okay. Is that good?
Mm-hmm. How are you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
resisting the urge to grab a boat and get the fuck out of here and not come back. If I'm honest.
Well, I mean, if we get a boat and we got out of here, how would we open the flower shop in the morning? You know, got a lot of customers waiting.
Yeah, no, you're so true. That wedding next week you've got?
Yeah, it's a big job. You know, I think it could really be the one for us to make a name for ourselves.
Right. Well, then we've got to stick around.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a shame.
And you can't, you know, do that again. Because if something happens to you, the flower shop will go under and I can't run that thing by myself. So.
Yeah, I know. You're not good at it. Yeah. I know. But in that same vein, you can't run yourself into the ground. Because I can't do this without you either.
Squeezes your hand.
Squeeze it back.
I will try.
Okay. Even if that means we, you know, take watches, you and me, so you get some sleep. Because you have to sleep.
Yeah.
Promise? Kind of like rolls their eyes, but holds it out to you. I will stop touching things like an idiot.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Okay, alright. Okay.
At this point, you can hear the kind of school bell ringing and the sound of children kind of laughing and giggling. However, before you see your kids, Tennant, you feel a tap on your shoulder. Expertly dodging out of the way is Carl, who looks at you.
Fucking Carl.
Hey.
Maybe just clear your throat or something, you know?
Okay, I know now for next time.
Great.
Okay.
Good job.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, Rose, this is Carl.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hi, Carl.
They were good.
Anything
No,
great
nothing.
at all?
Mm-mm.
Fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're dismissed.
Okay. He kind of goes and walks away.
Nice to meet you. I guess.
Oh, turns back. Bye. And then turns and keeps walking.
God, he's so fucking good with a sharpshooter, but zero brain cells.
And you hear, Daddy! As kids run up and Aspen fucking leaps into your arms.
All the way down to me. Oh, okay. Hi.
Hi!
Hi, darling.
Elowen kind of comes up and leans her head on your leg.
I'm
Rose.
fully picking her up, and I'm
he's
holding her
very excited.
tight.
He's very excited about it.
Hello. Good day at school. Learn lots of things.
Aspen laughs, but Elowen goes, "Yes, we learned so many things. We learned all about
everything.
We learned all about the Lucky Spiral. Did you know that it used to be one planet and now it's multiple planets?
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm so serious.
How'd you get so smart, huh? Kind of like
Just
tap her brain.
And Aspen
I jiggle Aspen
yeah.
and I'm like, and what trouble did you do today?
Oh, nothing.
Come on, you gotta tell me, please. You didn't do anything.
Kind of like leans into your ear. I took Bobby Masterson's favorite pencil and I broke it in half. And then I put it in the garbage. And then I spit on it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you cleaned up after yourself, but that, yeah, all right.
He's stinky. I don't like him.
As you should. Yeah. You need to sort him out for you.
No, I got it.
All right. You say the word and he like winks.
She kind of winks back, and then you can see as her eyes kind of pan over, and you watch as she goes like this to a little boy who's like running away, very, very scared.
Holy shit.
That's my daughter. I look at Rose.
Mm-hmm.
I know we have a safe spot to go back to, but what do you say tonight I check out our own home? Would you like to go back?
Is that at me?
It's kind of at everyone. He's kind of like looking at you, but it's kind of like at that last sentence, do you want to go back? It's kind of like to the kids.
Eluin kind of looks at Aspen, and you get the sense that they've had a conversation about this. And Eluin kind of looks back at you and goes, well, I think that it would just be good for the family if we, and not anyone in particular, could visit Mr. Snuggles. And you would know that Mr. Snuggles is one of Aspen's stuffed animals that was left behind, because it's not like the favorite, but it's definitely like on the hierarchy of top 5 maybe.
Oh, I visited him today at lunch.
Aspen kind of pops up and then how was he?
Yeah, I checked on all of them. I checked on Gary, I checked on Mr. Snuggles, I checked on what's the duck called? Sorry.
Mrs. Mittens?
Mrs. Mittens.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
And they're all fine. But
well, I mean, not that I was worried about that, but that's good. That's good to hear, because it would be bad if they weren't fine. So,
yeah.
You know what I was thinking? Actually, I was talking to Mr. Sniffles just the other day, and you know what? Pronoun check, Mr. Sniffles. I'm assuming uses he, him. I don't want to misgender.
Mr. Snuggles?
Snuggles. I'm so
Mr.
sorry.
Snuggles,
Mr.
yes.
Snuggles.
Uses he, him, yes.
You know, I was talking to Mr. Snuggles just the other day, and he was telling me that he and Gary were thinking, you know what we should do? I don't know if we can. I don't know if you have time for it in your schedules, the two of you, but I was thinking we should have a picnic.
Both of their eyes kind of widen, and then Aspen kind of pokes Tenon on the shoulder and goes, could you bring me closer to my sister for a moment so we can confer just for a moment?
Oh, sorry.
and the two of them kind of like put their foreheads together and just go.
I'm just like, give Rose a look like, how did it get to this point?
They clearly not having any sort of conversation, just makes sounds at each other before looking back at you and going, well, we've talked, and I think maybe we can find room in our schedule for that. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, I think me and your dad need to confer a little bit just to make sure that we can find time in our schedule.
Yeah, sorry, 1 second. Let me just talk to your mother. Holds them out again and goes like, whisper.
I mean, all right, we've talked, and it would be really difficult, but I think we could maybe make it work. But only if you want to. I mean, if you don't want to, I don't want to make you do anything you don't want to.
No, I want to, is what Eluin says very quickly. Yes, yes, that would,
okay.
yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
You hear Eluin kind of lean into you, Rose, and go, was that a bit? Etnadette told us about bits. Was that a bit? Did we do a good job?
You did a wonderful job on your first bit.
Kind of like kicks a little bit in your arms.
Kind of like rub her back a little bit and send a sidelong goes to Taylor. Like, what the fuck?
all right, picnic at some point.
I think, I mean, when I was little, I used to do this thing called floor picnics in like the living room, because then it feels like fun and exciting, and you can just sit on the floor and you can push all the furniture out of the way, sit on a blanket.
Aspen kind of stretches a little bit.
Oh, you've got the couch then. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Like pinch a tiny little arm.
Stop
Like,
it.
my arm's feeling the muscles, man.
I'm strong. Kind of like brings up an arm.
Whoa, you're gonna poke my eye out.
Pow.
Yeah. All right, floor picnic.
Little picnic.
My place or
Floor
yours?
picnic,
They're the
floor
same
picnic, floor
thing.
picnic.
Okay, let's go.
And you can head back to the cottage. We will pan from that walk as the two kids just start screaming at the top of their lungs, "Floor picnic!" It like starts increasing in volume. And we'll pan over
Jesus Christ.
to Ruby and Nadette.
I think that Ruby goes back into the house and, you know, like knows Nadette is following her, but doesn't really look back. And just kind of goes straight up into her room and just holds the door for Nadette. So,
Fine.
I'm just gonna kind of close it behind her. She's gonna like check around because sometimes, you know, the birds are hanging out in there. So she's gonna kind of like check around to make sure that she doesn't have any eavesdroppers before kind of
Coast
just
is clear.
Soleil. And then, oh, I forgot to call off Rodney. I am gonna stick a head out the window and call him.
Do you like whistle? I know you whistle, but I also like the idea of you sticking your head out the window and just going, Rodney!
I think sometimes it's a little bit of both. I think that in his old age, Rodney's gotten a little hard of hearing. So I think that it has lately been a little bit more just like, hey!
Rodney comes crashing in. Hey, boss, what can I do for you?
We're gonna have another staff meeting in about 2 hours.
Okay.
And, you know, cancel the call to Sloan. We made it out. We're fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, I figured, because you're here.
Yeah. Any other reports? Anything else going on while we were down there?
Nope.
Nothing?
Pretty average day.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, just spread the word. I'll let you know.
Okay. Stab me! Flies away.
I'm gonna close the window again. Right. So, you said you had. Do you have an idea, or do you just want to?
I do.
You do. Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah.
please, floor is yours.
I mean, what if you just call them all in individually
Mm-hmm.
and tell them something different? You know, some different piece of information. We can kind of decide what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some secret thing that's going on. And then whatever Wallow hears will know who the mole is because only they heard that thing, right? So, like, if in the meeting with Mother, Wallow knows a secret bit of info that we make up, and then Mother reports, we'll know which bird informed Wallow, and boom, that's your mole.
That is a good idea. I see
Thank
2
you.
problems.
Maya.
Number one, we'd have no way of guaranteeing that whatever this is, Wallow would tip their hand to Mum. So there really
Aye,
isn't a
good
guarantee
point.
of that. And number 2, do you know how much birds fucking talk to each other?
Okay, here's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
What if, right, we use my, loose cannonness to be like, oh, Nadette leaving to go somewhere. You can't tell anyone. You got a follower and be like, and Mum doesn't know. So definitely you can't know. Because then Wallow is going to be like, oh, then shouldn't you ask your child why they're going away to, Titty Moon or whatever.
Wallow
And then like
seems
an upper hand thing.
Wallow
and then
seems
we'll
to
know.
struggle to put together more than a 3-word sentence.
Well, okay, good point.
I'm sorry,
I mean,
I
but
really don't
Wallow-
mean to be shooting him down.
No, it's good. This is like the creative process. Like you pitch something and somebody else says no, that isn't going to work, and then you adjust it, and then you've got it.
Right.
Right?
I mean, I was just thinking that you could come in, say fucking, I don't know, something crazy, and then I'm pretty sure I have a good idea of at least one of the birds that might be causing problems. So
Okay, who
then
is it?
I follow. Well, it's for me to figure out, isn't it?
Well, okay, if we're going to work
It's not
together...
Stormbeak.
Okay,
So,
well, that's good to
you
hear.
can
And
have-
obviously it's not. That's my bed. Stormbeak has never once lied in their entire life. So...
I know for a fact that's not true, but
Okay, whatever. We'll deal with this later. Who's your ideas? Pitch me, and then, because if we have it narrowed down to a few possibilities, then we could maybe work out a better plan.
I think it's at least one of the families,
Oh,
if not
no,
more.
really? Wow,
Well,
there's over. I didn't see that
least
coming.
50 of them, Nadette, alright? So don't fucking act like you knew that already.
Well, right, but I'm just saying, if you're going to infiltrate, you'd want it to be one who watches the family, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. It's common sense.
Congratulations, you have the same amount of intelligence as Wallow. At least.
Why not? Well, I mean, Wallow stood undetected in 4 of our homes for who knows how long, so I'm going to choose to take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want.
I mean, it outsmarted our mothers, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if, I don't know. The only thing is, if it doesn't know about the egg down there already, then I don't want to give that piece of information away. But...
why wouldn't it?
I mean, everything down there was covered in dust, and it was a sealed room that you had to blow a hole through
No, it's
for us to access. So, I mean, maybe there's another way in that we just didn't see. Maybe it has been visiting down there, but
Right?
I doubt it. Because, I mean, the easy thing to do would be to be like, oh my god, the egg's missing, you know, but
Right.
that feels a bit too big.
What if... we come up with a lie that is good for Wallow to latch onto? Like, maybe one of us is going to, I don't know, sell out the family or something like that.
To hear.
Like, we tell all of the birds that, you know, Rose is going to sell out the family, Nadette's going to sell out the family, Tennant's going to sell out the family, and then whichever birds report back that, like, oh no, or tell Wallow, or whoever of us tries to get recruited will know, you know, which are the birds.
That could work.
I know, that's why I suggested it.
Alright, well... Nadette, has anybody told you that you're incredibly difficult to collaborate with?
All the time. That's why I'm not
This is
allowed
why
to do
you're a
community
solo
theatre
playwright?
on this
Mhm,
planet
yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. The only actors you could get were the siblings you conscripted. Yeah, I know.
Yep, that is correct. Although they are, you know what I just said, they are hiring a new production manager, and I think I'm going to disclose myself as somebody else and come in and be their production manager. Because let's be real, production manager does so much more work than the director. All right, let's just get that straight.
I mean,
Okay.
Okay, I guess.
Sorry, you were saying something. I got lost.
I don't know
in
what I was
our
saying
community
anyway.
theatre tangent.
I'm a little bit lost now myself.
Right.
They're gonna. But is that believable? Actually, you know, fuck it. It doesn't need to matter if it's believable. It just needs to be juicy.
No. Yeah, exactly. That is how I start every piece of gossip I've ever started. Juicy, not believable. I mean, bonus points for both, but...
Right.
Right,
So-
that's like core manipulation tactics also. Juicy, not believable. Or like, just barely believable enough so it's extra juicy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sorry, what's the ratio we settled on?
It's perfect. That's the
Okay.
ratio you need to worry about. It's a perfect plan.
Oh, right.
I'm a genius.
Just that one of the families planning on making a run for it, yeah?
Yeah. And, I mean, fucking Tennant did that already, so it's not totally unbelievable.
Yeah. Yep, thanks for bringing that one up.
Oh, you're so welcome.
God damn it. All right, well,
What?
nothing. Just how the fuck are you like this right now?
Like what?
Like you're just fucking. You're being very normal, and that's weirding me out.
I'm being normal because if I'm not, this whole family dissolves into
All
chaos.
right, you're not giving us quite enough credit, and you were causing a good bit of chaos down there, if I remember.
Well, yeah,
correctly.
and it helped, didn't it?
How did it help?
We had an elephant holding a rope.
We did not
Right.
need the elephant holding the rope. There was another tree like 5 feet away from that one we could have tied it to.
Okay, if something had happened and we needed to escape quick,
And I can
what's the quickest way to get out? Just climb
I
up
can
the rope.
literally
We're climbing out
fly
while an
to
elephant is also pulling up the rope.
The elephant is pulling. We'd only be able to get one person up at a time.
No,
Alright, you know what?
we all
It's
hang on
over.
and
We
start
all.
climbing.
We
Well,
all.
Dandelion pulls it
All
up.
right, we all
Plus,
got out.
If somebody sneaks up,
It's in the box.
it's
It
what, a
already
tree's
happened.
going
Yeah,
to
it
warn
already
us.
happened. It already
No,
happened. And we all
no,
got
because
out.
listen. No,
What?
because
What?
listen.
Mm-hmm.
If something
I'm
had
listening.
happened up there and it was a trap, who would warn
Mhm.
us? A tree or an elephant going "Roo!" Right? That's a bigger flag than a tree not noticing anything. Because I don't know if you know this, most people can't talk to trees.
I think we panned from this argument that goes on probably for
At least another
while.
15 minutes.
many more
Minimum.
minutes. And we'll kind of open up into evening time. If there's anything anybody would like to do, please let me know.
I've got something, but it's stupid and chaotic, so
Let's
If we
start
wait-
there. What's your stupid and
Okay.
chaotic thing?
okay. I am going to visit Tenant, if possible. Just come
Sure.
hang out with my brother.
Where do we find Tenant this evening?
Back in the cottage? Is that
Yeah.
right? I think my plan for the evening was to scope out the cottage, kind of climb into the walls again, make sure there's nothing fucking there. Feed the cat. Yeah, and then just kind of, I think Tenant's feeling like they just got thrown into a hole. Really tired of being thrown into places that are hard to get out of again. I think would feel very claustrophobic going back into the bunker, and so just wants to set up the house, the cottage again. So is trying to get everyone settled back
So
down.
the whole family, or that wing of the family, pun intended, is at the cottage.
Do you knock or like what?
No, absolutely not.
Of course.
Walk right in.
You
Hiya.
right?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for like 3 minutes? It's about actual family business, not just me goofing off.
Okay. Just kind of
No.
like glances at Rose, and then like steps outside.
I think Rose is in the process of like trying to hang sheets to make like a little canopy. And I'm going to shout after, all right, but if you're taking them and I have to set this up by myself, the least you can do is pick up the order for Rosie's. Yeah?
I
Oh,
can
is
pick
that
up an
too?
order for-
Sorry.
No, that was it. That was an Adet.
Yeah, I can pick up
Right.
an order to Rosie's. That's fine.
All right,
It's gonna be 3
I
minutes.
ordered your
I can pick up
favorite.
the order.
I didn't know if you wanted it, but I put it in there just in case.
You did? Oh, thank.
did.
May all of the gods shine favor upon you.
Thanks.
Every single one of them, even the bad ones.
Oh,
Is that
No,
better
we're
or
not going
worse?
to do that.
Okay.
Actually, let's
Thank
Not
you.
the bad ones, excluding
I like
the bad
plant.
ones.
I plant
Alright.
my hand on Nadette's head and like steer Nadette out of the house.
bye.
Okay. Hi, how are you? Feel like we haven't checked in a while.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry for getting aggy earlier. The elephant just was really it was grinding my gears a bit.
Brilliant.
And yeah.
It was
Look,
a
I know
brilliant idea, and you're upset you didn't think of it. Yeah, I understand that completely. Listen,
No, just let me. I don't apologize very much. I'm trying to get it out, okay?
oh, okay, I'm waiting.
I know I asked you to be positive and upbeat and keep everyone together, and lost my shit a little bit down there.
Just a bit.
But I will not tell you that elephant was a good idea, because quite frankly, Nadette, it wasn't. It was just unnecessary. It was an unnecessary bit of magic, and you just didn't need to do it, all right? Anyway, I'm sorry for shouting at you, and it will probably happen again, but what are we going to do about it?
No, I know. And it wasn't unnecessary. It just became unnecessary because of the situation we were in. Had it turned out differently,
yes,
it would have been completely
Thank
necessary.
you. Okay, fine.
Whatever. I need a favour from you, and it's just a small one, just a little bitty one. But it's for, like, the whole family's good. I'm just the only one who, is thinking about it because everybody's losing their mind because there's a crypt with a giant egg in it and people living on walls.
Okay, I'm gonna just like switch to Crow's camp. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Okay. So, the baker. Her husband is a pirate who hates us, right?
I vaguely know this.
Even
yeah.
Torrik. Yeah.
Who?
Even Torrik. EVINTLRIK. Even
What do I
Torrik.
know about this guy? Read.
History check.
Exactly that. Yes. 13.
Even Talrican, from a pirate crew that works a lot with the Black Flags, who's one of the more well-known pirate guilds, on Vortis, fucking hates your family. Oh boy, does that pirate guild hate your family, or not that pirate guild, but that pirate crew hate your family, and you don't really know. You don't really know why, and you've never really ventured to ask. But you know that he goes out traveling a lot and leaves his wife to run the bakery.
Yeah, what?
He's back for a few days. So can we just have somebody keeping an eye at the bakery, just to make sure?
He's back here.
Yeah.
Why are we allowing him here? If he hates us so much, why is he allowed access?
Because
to the
he was born and raised, and his wife's business happens to be where we get every pastry we've just about ever eaten.
Okay. Do you want me to kill him?
No! I didn't say that at all. I want you to send somebody to keep an eye out. And, I mean, if he does step out of line, maybe murder's on the table, but not really at all. We're just keeping an eye out to make sure he's not, I don't know, messing with everything going around.
This is... Look, I'm not being funny, Nadette. We've got a lot of shit going on at the minute, and all of our resources kind of need to, like, if I put a guy on every person who didn't like us, I'd have none left. So why am I putting someone on this guy?
I'm not being funny, okay? I'm being serious in this moment. Listen, do you think it's just a coincidence that somebody who hates us comes back right after something traumatic is happening to the family? It could be related. That's all I'm saying. It could be related. It's worth keeping an eye on.
Okay, fine, but...
Thank you. Fine. Look. I love you. You're my brother. Can you please just do what I ask without a billion questions for once?
So what, you just want someone watching him, like...
Yes, I just want to make sure he's not involved in all this. That's it. Make sure that he minds his P's and Q's well on our planet and that it's just all up to code. Right? That's it. No weird shenanigans or sneaky meetings. Just that everything's good.
Alright.
Alright, thank you.
Was that it?
Yeah? What? You think I'm... What? What did you expect?
Nadette, I never fucking know with you what to expect.
Yeah, and let's keep it that way.
Alright, fair enough.
Listen, I love you so much. I'm gonna bring him into a big hug.
Okay. Just
We're all being weird.
knuckle ahead. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay, get out. I just did my hair. We're all being weird, and I'm just asking you to send somebody else to keep tabs on one threat that I have my eyes on. That's it.
Okay.
You're being weird about it.
I'm not. I'm just... Listen, if you ask me, I gotta know why.
Do you
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Okay. What were you doing when you were my age? Because I feel like you're babying me. What were you up to at this age? 25?
I was in the app farm.
Yeah. So I think I can handle myself, right?
I had a little bit of a different childhood, Nadette.
Yeah. Every single person has had a little bit of a different childhood from somebody else. That's kind of what makes us all distinct humans. Or whatever we are.
I handle it.
Thank you.
Where is Ruby?
I don't know. Doing something. We have a plan, if that's what you're wondering. It's a good one. I'm not going to tell you about it, though.
Alright.
It's part of our secret idea that I came up with. It was pretty much entirely my idea. Ruby had a few tweaks, of course, but it was mostly me.
Okay, yeah, fine. Would you mind just giving us... I know you basically live here, but we're just trying to get the kids settled for the night, and...
Yeah. I think I'm going to sleep up at the main house, if that's alright with you.
Yeah, I will probably be around midnight.
Okay. Yeah. Hope we all will.
Yeah.
Will you... No, never mind. I'm going to talk to Rose real quick. Be right back.
What?
No,
It's
don't
not-
worry about it. I can't talk... What? I can't talk to my best friend without you knowing about it.
It's my wife, actually. It's not your best friend.
Is my best friend not your wife?
No, it's my wife.
It's my best friend.
Yeah, but she's my wife first.
Right, well, she's my best friend.
Nadette, as you go to like head back toward the cabin, to the cottage, you can see little hands in the window, and you watch as Aspen like takes a deep breath in and then goes on the window and draws like a smiley face with little horns and then like a really bad mustache. And then, like, starts drawing, like, stink lines coming from it to try and get you to laugh.
I
Do
kind
I
of...
see this?
No, you're back. You're turned the other way. Okay.
Do I see this from the inside?
Oh, yeah.
I think a second later you see Rose pop in and just kind of start like
Yeah, I'll eventually let you pause. I'm sure you shove your way through.
Aspen kind of looks up at you, Rose. It's been more than 3 minutes.
Yeah, but you know your dad. He's a little sensitive, so maybe we don't poke and prod him at the moment.
Sorry.
I mean, otherwise, if they go to tickle you, I can't stop him. So I'm just saying.
Kind of runs back to the couch that she has not moved at all.
I'll kind of, as she starts to run, I'm gonna kind of like pick her up in motion and spin her a little bit, and then I'll put her back on her feet.
You guys can come back in.
If tonight at midnight you need me... No, I'm going to rephrase that. Tonight at midnight, I'm sending Dandelion towards the house because I want you both to be there. Dandelion can take care of your house, but you should both be there at midnight.
No.
Sorry, is this to Tenet, or are you saying this to everybody? My brain fried.
Like, the both of you. The both of you.
I'm gonna like
in front of my
glance to the kids and
The
look back at you.
girls are
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Oh. I'm saying it anyway.
I love the
Yeah.
commitment. Take an inspiration point for just committing to it.
Yeah, thank you. I will.
Girls, you go get pajamas on, please.
What's happening at midnight?
Nothing.
Scary
Now.
movie.
Aspen kind of eyes gleaming a little bit. I want to watch.
Now, please.
It's a boring movie. It's a boring.
Kind of looks between everybody, and Elowen kind of starts pulling Aspen. Come on. Okay. The two of them walk off.
I speak in Crow's kind. Nadette, what the fuck are you doing?
What?
Kids.
Don't do that.
Nadette.
Listen. I'm just saying. We're strongest when we're a full family. And I don't want either of you to miss out on anything that happens because we all have our own specialities. And if any of us aren't around and available at midnight, that could affect everyone. So I'm going to post my giant fucking elephant who can gouge, who can ram, who can call for aid at any moment to just stake out the house. Right? And you can both be there. That's all I'm saying. They're gonna be asleep. Come on. I know both of them exceedingly well. They could try to stay up till midnight, but we all know they're not succeeding.
Nadette.
What?
I'm going to suggest you don't make recommendations to me on how to best look after my family again. And if you suggest the fucking elephant one more time, I'm going to stuff it.
I'd like to see you go toe-to-toe with Dandelion. I really would. I really would. But I'm not making a suggestion on your parenting. I'm making a suggestion for how we best deal with the threat that's very present. And I think it's with both of you there.
Look, we're about to have a picnic with the kids because Alwyn's been freaked out the last couple days and I think they need it. So why don't we think on it and let you know?
Okay. Right, that's all I ask.
And I'm gonna reach out and kind of squeeze Nadette's arm, and when I do so, I'm gonna cast message to you, and I'm just gonna say, hold on, where is it? I know you're trying to help, but they're coming apart at the seams a little bit, and I don't think picking a fight is gonna help it. And I give an extra little squeeze, and you can reply for sure.
Yeah. In response, you get, I'm not picking a fight. I just want to keep us all together.
I think Rose says out loud, kind of trying to make it seem like it's adding on to the what they had just said.
Mm-hmm.
I think, everyone is a little freaked right now and we all just need some time to be gentle with each other and rest and then figure out the next step. But thank you.
Right.
Thank you for thinking about it. I appreciate it.
Of course.
I'll let you know beforehand.
Great. I love you both very much.
Love you.
I'm going to be at the main house if you need anything.
Can you pick up that order though? I'm sorry, I hate it.
Yes, I'm going to.
Okay,
I'm going to bring it back.
Okay, I put in an extra order of garlic bread for you, just in case you
I'm
wanted
going to
There's no
eat it
pressure.
on the way back
Okay,
as I'm
cool,
walking.
great.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Sorry, thank you.
No, you got it. I love you both so much. That's all I'm doing with this.
You're a good
right?
sister.
I know. Kind of smiles and gives you both a hug. Okay, I'm going to pick up the order and leave it for the two of you. I'm going to take my stuff back to the main house when I get back. Tenant, thank you for your help. Love you both. And draws them both into a reluctant hug.
Tayl's a bit stiffer this time, but just kind of nods at you.
Hey.
I'll handle
Kiss on the cheek each. Night.
Night.
Okay.
And you can head off, pick up the order from Mario, drop it off, and head off to the rest of your evening. What other evening scenes are people wanting to do?
I'd imagine we're preparing.
How so?
I don't know if we've been able to have a chance to chat with Ruby and figure out what's going on there, and then start setting up whatever traps we need.
I want to know specifics. What traps are you setting? What are you? Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Oh, you're muted, Bree.
I coughed and then I muted myself and I was like, oh, okay. So if I want to, as we're heading into the house, I think Riva gives Rodella's hand a squeeze. And I think the operational, like the thing that I want to convey here is, like, we know before that we've been scryed upon, right? There's a divination magic scrying. There's something that's been watching us this entire time. And I think everything like Riva is doing here is extremely coded. So what at least I know that Riva would like to do is, first things first, I think she's going to go back to their bedroom just to, to sort of prepare sort of like that they're disarming for war, that they're going to put down some knives and things like that. But the thing that I want to like check for is if there's any signs of any types of etchings or anything of that nature in the home, in the room, like in the space, with the idea that like
in the walls.
In the walls, exactly. There's definitely like sort of
too careful. You gotta look in the wall.
So I think the sort of thing that like Riva would want to convey is one, like, let's look to see if there's any signs of etchings, because those were some of the signals that like allowed Wallow to mentally connect and maybe the source of some of the dream magic that's been happening.
Or go ahead and make me an investigation check with disadvantage.
Should I be making one too?
Would you like to make your own, or would you like to help Bree before Bree rolls? Okay, so make it flat.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But for a total of?
22.
Okay. 22 investigation check, specifically looking for etchings and markings in the wall. You find a whole bunch of nothing, but you know for sure you did not miss anything. There are none of those on your walls, in your walls, on the ceilings, on the floors. You kind of combed the whole house. None.
Fantastic. Additionally, what Riva's also going to do is, if it's just possible, I would love to know a little bit more about the poison that I got from Mario.
Sure.
Because I know that bird biology and also person biology is somewhat different. But would it be possible to dilute the dosage to not immediately kill something?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me 2, 3, 4, 5. A D12.
Okay, fantastic. That's gonna be a 1 on the D12.
A 1 on the D12. Incredible. Jesus Christ. So you have wyvern poison. Its method of contact is injury. So injury poison can be applied to weapons, ammunition, trap components, and other objects that deal piercing or slashing damage, and remains potent until delivered through a wound or washed off. A creature that takes piercing or slashing damage from an object coated with the poison is exposed to its effects. The effects of wyvern poison. This poison must be harvested from a dead or incapacitated wyvern. A creature subjected to this poison must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, taking 7d6 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And I can send that to you.
Fantastic. I think Riva looks to Rodella and says, well, we have a lovely appointment this evening, and I'm sure our guest would like some refreshments. What do you think we should serve? And the code here is very much so like, what's the best way? Should we like incapacitate? And how do we F this thing? What's the best, funnest way to F this thing up?
Rodella responds back with something about, well, the best way to make, stuff rise is, use the yeast and whatever. And it's just like, okay, we got to keep it. We need to keep it alive. We've got to have answers. If we can trap it, that's the best option.
Okay. Riva sort of, it's like, we should probably set up a table and maybe a place to sit for our guests. Should we use our outdoor stools or should we find some of our nice chairs? And what I think she's trying to convey is like physical restraints, magical restraints, chemical restraints.
It's hard because we don't even know what this thing is. We don't know
it's large, so I'm assuming, yeah.
Maybe if we can physically get it, then we can apply the chemical after. So if we can use magic or physical restraints, then we can do whatever we need to, paralyze it, whatever. So many baking terms are being thrown around right now. There's like orange rinds. I'm talking about like.
This is just Crowscat, actually. You just have a bunch of conversations about baking.
I love that. Riva, like, takes a moment. That sounds delightful, and I'm sure our guests would enjoy it. Why don't we set up our table and chairs right next to the tree? And I think that I'd even convey it as like, can we like magically, physically like booby trap the tree in such a way to like activate and sort of restrain our guest?
Assuming we have any kind of like magical items or booby traps or whatever that, or even like fucking, I don't know, like little bombs that aren't huge, but that just like can distract or light bombs.
Sure. If you want to make something up, you could have it.
Molotov cocktail.
And maybe not that.
You both probably know that you have a daughter who can set a snare.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure you have magical items and weapons up the wazoo. Yeah, if you want to make up something, I will tell you if you have it or not, and the answer will probably be yes.
Since we don't know what this thing is, I think being able to like incapacitate it in every way we can think of, so like muddle its senses.
Yeah, I'm sure you have all of those things.
Yeah. And I think Riva would also definitely share that tidbit about the fact that this creature probably isn't flapping. It's like it's flying or levitating or doing something in a way that's that sort of clue that we found based on its like reach in the chamber. The sort of idea that like whatever we do, we need to not just clip its wings. We need to like really like snare it and bring it down. And I think also what I'm trying to like get through in this moment is like, I think we should like tell and like ask Ruby to like sort of set some snares very sort of like like very, very quietly and very subtly in a way to not tip this thing off, with the understanding that we are like Riva's paranoid right now. If that's not coming through.
Set up a fog cloud while we're doing all this, and also at some point we got to be invisible,
Yeah, exactly. Or like we what we should do is like not necessarily hide, but like deceive. Like the thing is like we don't want to like set off its alarm bells or set its suspicion, especially because I think right now she assumes that
it's already suspicious.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys can go into preparation mode.
Is there any time for us to take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Rodella tries to convince Riva to take a short rest with.
You can eat
with them.
something, sit for like 20 minutes. Yeah. Flashing back to the cottage, something that I forgot to say to James. When you got home, the meal jug was glowing.
Can I read it?
Yeah. There is a letter that says, Mrs. Rose Crowcolts. Attached, you may find a blueprint of our grounds and the spell scrolls you requested. I eagerly await your reply of when you or a representative from your family can come visit. I will be expecting it within the next fortnight. With fondest regards, Arisana Drake, Chancellor of Wicked Arts and Headmistress of Arcane Instruction. And attached is a spell scroll. Let me jump to our DMs. A spell scroll of scrying, one of non-detection, and one of teleportation.
Nice. Thank you. I also forgot what I asked for, so thank you for saying that.
I got you. You get the sense that you get a little bit of like, you better come through on your end of the bargain on this because I have given you a lot of things and you have not given me anything yet.
I'm going to fold that up and put it like if I have a pocket, I could like put the sweater over so the kids don't see it while we're setting up. And I'm gonna immediately pull out my holo transmitter, which we really should come up with a fun short name for, but not right now. And I'm gonna call Lavender.
Sure. Bring, 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 bring. Hello.
Hey. How's it going?
Hi. Going fine. How are you?
I'm all right. Hey, I need a favor from you, and it's business. So I don't know. Technically, I outrank you, so you do kind of have to say yes. But I guess it's fine.
Whatever. Yeah. What do you need?
How do you feel about a trip over to the Academy of Wicked Arts at some point? Probably not tonight because it's late, but tomorrow or the next.
For business? For pleasure?
Business for the most part.
Yeah. What's the business?
I just I've been talking to their chancellor, and I would love if you could show up on behalf of the family, throw some money around. We're gonna give them a lot pretty soon to build just a really big arcane lab. And I can't go out there at the moment, but I think it would be good if one of us was seen, inspecting. Yeah, thank you. Just, inspect the grounds, ask questions, get a tour, tell them how beautiful it is,
Flatter them.
Yeah, Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have you had anything from very clearly cuts themselves off from saying home? Laurel and Lark and them.
No.
Okay. Just curious.
Have you?
I mean, not. I'm assuming that like Lark probably talks to me pretty frequently. Would that be an okay assumption to me?
I mean, it's really not a me question. It's more of a Jess question, but.
Yeah, I just like wanted to. I probably right.
Oh, well, you Lark is your PC in our the home.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You.
Yeah. You get. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, not just the usual, but just curious.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been thinking about the call you made the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been having weird dreams, Rose?
A couple.
Is this something I need to worry about?
It's probably fine. It's just, how things at home sometimes are. Just, keep an eye out.
Let me know if it becomes something that you need me to worry about.
Yeah. I think for now, all I really need from you is to go be your wonderful, charming, flattering self to a couple of stuck-up academics.
Stop it. No, keep going.
All right. I mean, your nieces are kind of yelling at me in the background here to get back, but yeah, just go be yourself with some stuck-up academics for a couple hours and let me know how it goes.
Okay,
that's all. And call more often and visit. Not right now, but just kind of more often in general because I miss you. So,
I miss you too. I love you. It's nice to hear from you.
I love you. Yeah, you too.
will you send my love to the girls and to Tennant?
Yeah, I'm not gonna send it like that, but I will do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Good job. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Nice. I will rejoin my family. I'll send a little message to Tennant as subtly as I can. I'm sure the girls are going fucking bananas, so I don't imagine that would be hard.
Yeah,
Nice.
Tennant like sheepishly walks into the girls' bedroom after being a bit strict.
Oh yeah. Kind of flashing back to that moment. Yeah, I mean they're putting on their pajamas. Aspen looks a little bit upset.
You ready?
Elowen kind of at Aspen, who yeah, ready.
Crouches down and like, come here.
Waddles over, dragging her feet a little bit.
Sorry, I got a bit grumpy.
I just wanted to know about the scary movie.
Yeah. Well, you know you're not allowed to watch scary movies.
I know, but will you tell me about it anyway?
Yeah. It's more of like a business thing I've got to do.
The movie is a business thing?
No.
There's no movie. Okay.
You know, Daddy's job has to, it's not for little kids, yeah? And I don't like Auntie Nadette talking about it in front of you, because that's adult stuff. And that's not because I don't trust you or think.
It's just hard sometimes. At school with the other kids. Because Bobby Masterson's mom is a doctor. And he tells us all about all the things that she does. And I don't get to say anything about you guys.
I mean, your mum's like a princess. That's pretty fucking cool, isn't it? It's pretty, don't say that. Shh.
You didn't even register it.
I registered it and then went fuck and then was like, don't say that she's a fucking, a princess. I'm sorry.
Kind of like, with the energy of like a 90-year-old man, kind of scoffs and goes, "That's life."
Tennant's just like, it's just like, I love you so much. And it's like, that you're right. And just like drags them both into his arms. Yeah. Yeah, your mum being a princess is way cooler than anything I will be or could ever be. So you just brag about that as much as you can.
Oh, Bobby Masterson knows all about the fact that my mum is a princess.
Okay, good. And you can tell Bobby Masterson that your dad does stuff so cool that you just can't tell him.
Okay, I'll try that, but I don't know how much he's going to believe me. I might need some proof.
Oh, okay. I'll work on it. Promise. And it holds out a pinky.
Also, just to know, Aspen is wearing one of your like current shirts as pajamas, so just like dragging on the floor, like tripping over it a little bit.
Aspen, do you want me to get you a shirt in your I can have them tailored. Like, no. You're gonna trip over, babe. It just like kind of ties a little knot at her legs, just so it's not dragging on the floor. Okay, picnic time. Let's go.
Oh, picnic floor, picnic floor, picnic.
Could I and I'm happy to roll for it. Can I? I've tried to catch a little bit of that conversation.
Yeah, just making a perception check.
Cool. Ooh, that's not good. That's 14.
Yeah, you could have got like some of it.
Nice. I'm gonna kind of like hang out in the family room, living room, whatever the fuck it's called. And when they come in, I'm gonna kind of like scoop them up and go, did I ever tell you your dad's a lord, technically?
That's not true, actually.
It is.
I don't know what that means.
It's, well, I mean, in the place where I'm a princess, it's basically like a prince. They just use weird names. So really, your dad's kind of a prince. Do you know that?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Aspen kind of looks at the both of you.
Yeah?
Are you just saying that to make him feel better about the fact that he's not a princess?
Okay, first of all, no, I'm not. It's true. Second of all, your dad can be a princess if they want to. Because words is fake.
Yeah, but they're not.
They are a princess.
I could be, actually.
But you're not! Is that your secret job? Are you secretly a princess?
Yeah, it's true. That's where he sneaks off in the middle of the night.
I want to be a princess.
Well, I have great news for you.
What?
I'm gonna, like, look around conspiratorially, lean into the both of them, go, you guys are princesses. But she can't tell
Aspen kind of looks at Elowen, and Elowen's like,
big secret.
We're princesses.
Of course you are. Look at you. Because I'm a princess. You're my kids. Glee. Mm-hmm.
Aspen, like, looks over her shoulder. Bobby Masterson gonna hate this. And we can cut from there.
Oh my god.
And let's go check in on Ruby. We haven't heard from her in a little bit.
Yeah, I think that Ruby, I think that she, after having this conversation is just kind of waiting for evening, because all the best Crow staff meetings, it all looks very dramatic and beautiful when it's like dusk. So she's like, I gotta get the mood right. So she, I think, is downstairs in the house and has kind of like taken a bunch of the shit that was still just like left smashed in the foyer and has kind of pulled a bunch of it into one of the sitting rooms nearby and is just kind of sitting on the floor, like using her mending cantrip to just like kind of push. And she's got like a stack of like decorative plates that she's sort of reassembled on the floor next to her.
That's very cute, and I'm a little emotional about it.
Yeah, I'm cleaning up your fucking mess, Jess.
Is that where you want the staff meeting to take place?
I imagine that they will knock on the window when they get there, and then I'll go outside. Yeah.
Yeah, a smattering of birds come and just like hit the window.
Okay, not all at once. Yeah, Ruby will kind of head outside and just be like, all right, first of all, everyone, day, good, fine, how's the patrol?
Good. All good. Everything's fine. Yep.
Can I really quickly, can I do like a perception check or something to see if these are all my birds?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, 12.
Yeah, looks like
Sure
all of them.
All my babies. Okay.
Hey, actually, real quick.
Yeah, Reed, what's up?
Can you roll me a d8?
Yeah, I absolutely can roll you a d8. That's totally fine and not striking fear into my heart at all. Okay. 7?
Thank you.
Okay. Cool. I'm not worried about that. Anyway, all right, as I'm sure Rodney's already told you, we are shifting, we're prioritizing defense over intelligence. All right. So that means that for the time being, you're all
relieved of your normal watch, and you are instead going to be assigned different places around the edge of the estate just to keep an eye out, making sure nothing gets in without our say-so. All right? Now,
I'll kind of nod.
I have all of your individual assignments. I'm going to be meeting with each of you individually in just a moment. Very important that this does not leave our conversation, yeah?
Yeah, I'll kind of know.
All right, fantastic. And then I'm not going to make you, I wrote it down. I'm not going to make you do this, Reed. I am going to pull each and every one of them aside separately. I'm going to like bring them into the room and like close the door and like have a little one-on-one with every bird. And I am telling each of them
on each bird.
I am basically feeding the lie that I came up with in Nadette that like I am worried about one of the members of the family. I'm worried that this is going to spook them and they're going to make a run for it. Not make a run for it, but like that they're hiding something from me and that I think that they're going to try to like leave the estate. So I'm like assigning them different like methods that I think the family would use to escape. Like I'm like, okay, one of you going to go like watch the garage where Tennant's fucking, I don't know, he's got a vehicle where Tennant's vehicle is. Somebody else is like, oh, keep an eye on like the docks because that's how like Rodella would try to get out, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be like a different one for each one of them. I have kept track of what I told each person. You can also just fucking...
No, will you type it up and send it to me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or take a picture and send it to me? Thank you.
Yeah, my handwriting shit, so I'll type it for you.
Or do you want to say it also for the stream so the audience knows?
Sure.
Yeah, just run through real quick.
So I am telling Rose's Bird Briar that Reva's the one I'm worried about. I'm telling Crowley that I'm worried about Nadette. I'm telling Bernie that I'm worried about Rodella. I'm telling Steven that I'm worried about Rose. And I'm telling Myth that I'm worried about Tennant.
And you're not telling Ellen Twell anything?
Oh, fuck. I forgot about them. I counted and then I went, no. Then I will tell each of them a different member of the staff that I'm suspicious of. So I will tell Twell to keep an eye for like Donovan. And I'll tell, who am I going to tell for Elle?
You want the lawyer?
Carl.
Oh, yeah,
the lawyer. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Razu?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
I will also type this to you and give it to you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I'm just telling each of them individual different things.
Sure.
And then I will dismiss them into the night. I'm going to give up a little bit of a head start and just wait with Rodney for a few minutes before I go after them. The ones that I'm concerned about.
Who are...
I'm looking at my...
You can be coy, but I need to know.
No, I know. I'm not trying to be coy with you. There's just so many fucking birds and I'm trying to remember what I wrote last time.
I wonder who made all the birds.
Oops. I think I'm pretty sure it was Elle who flinched last time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then I'm gonna definitely check in on Elle first. I am turning into a crow. I'm using my cloak. And yeah, I'm gonna follow Elle first and just see where she goes.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check using crow stats. So let's see.
I do. I pulled up cat stats, not crow stats.
We'll use Raven. It's the same thing.
Cool.
So that's a +2.
Okay. And now my cloak gives me advantage. Do I still have that advantage or no? Because I am bird.
No, because you are bird.
I am bird. That's okay.
You do not get benefits from any of your objects while you're in wild shape.
Oh, so incredibly true. I haven't played a druid in a long time.
That's fine.
Wild. That's a 16.
16?
Yeah.
You can follow Elle to their position.
Mm-hmm.
You watch them sit and watch.
All right.
How long are you staying?
Oh wow! Well, this is a magic thing. Let me look at it and see how long this is supposed to fucking last. I I think it's an hour. I think I'm checking. I'm gonna dedicate I don't know, a little less than 10 minutes to each of them, and then after I see that nothing's really happening with Elle, I think I'm gonna cycle through the rest. I'm starting with Twell immediately after, but then I'm just gonna cycle through the rest of them.
Sure. Make me one more stealth check.
Gotcha. Come on, baby. Natural 20 for a total of 22.
Incredible. Yeah, they are all at their post, and they are all keeping a watchful eye out.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that when she nears the end of the hour, loath as she is to admit defeat, is just gonna go back and land on her little perch outside of her room and go back in her room and drop the polymorph. Fuck. Shit. All right. Well, it was a good idea.
It was a great idea.
Yeah, thanks.
It was a great idea. I just rolled really well.
That's so fucking. I figured. And I think it's just gonna fucking sit and make herself a drink because goddamn, that was disappointing.
She deserves it. Godspeed, Ruby. Anything else anybody wants to do before the midnight meeting?
Stake out and find places to hide.
Stake out and find places to hide. Is everybody coming?
I think Rose and I need to have a conversation about that.
Sure, we'll start there then.
I think once I imagine there's a sweet spot in there between the kids falling asleep and midnight, because they probably conk out at 10 maybe. They're feral, but they're not that feral.
Yeah.
I think Rose will start by pulling out the letter from my pocket. I head back, by the way. I got spells. Not a lot, but a couple.
Okay.
So, if we're gonna go, we should probably get there early enough that I can tell them, because I don't know if we want to use these tonight. I don't know if we want to do it tomorrow. Do you want me to stay?
I want you with me all the time. You know this.
Mm-hmm. Probably just for regular reasons, because I'm good at magic and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me what you want to do and I'll make it happen.
I am split in two, because the part of me that is still beating myself up for being stupid today, touching that wall, making says I should probably be better off just staying here, out of the way. But also, I think if I have to sit in this house, this very, very quiet house by myself for several hours, wondering what's going on, I'm gonna go crazy. So,
then I will text Sloan and ask her to raise it. And for what it's worth, if anyone is making a spectacle of themselves, it is probably me.
Well, we're quite a pair then, the two of us.
I know, it's almost like we're compatible.
Ugh, disgusting. Okay.
I'm gonna make a few phone calls. I'm gonna text Carl again.
Yeah.
And say, hey, watch that fucking pirate, please.
You get a text back. It's a picture of just the top of his bald head, and there's a thumbs up, and that's what you get back.
Powerful.
Okay.
I love Carl.
Cool. And then I'm also gonna phone Sloan.
Hello.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Hi, I knew you'd call.
Of course you did. Do you know what I'm asking for? Do I need to bother asking?
Oh no, I'll be there in 5.
Thanks, love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
And surely enough, in 5 minutes later, with like their hair in curlers and a bathrobe,
Aw.
Sloane comes and knocks at the door very quietly.
Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Hiya.
Hey.
Kind of holds up a box, hands it to Rose. Tea.
Oh, thank you. God, I don't have time to make this. Nope, it's fine. Thank you.
Holds out the other hand with like a little thermos. Tea.
Sloane, have I told you lately that I love you very much and you're my favorite? Don't tell anyone else. In this moment, you're my favorite.
They're in bed, so.
Yeah.
I will watch.
Elowen's been, well, I guess recently actually having nightmares, but usually pretending to have nightmares, so she might try to climb into the minor tenant's room, of which we're not in. So if you could just keep an eye out, I would appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Kind of like grabs your hand as they walk by, Rose, and says, be safe.
Yeah, you too.
Eyes kind of piercing into your soul a little bit. Please.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Hate that.
Thanks.
Hate that.
So, also, just while we're here, it's just us, can I have taken a short rest at some point in the day? Because man, oh
Yeah.
man, I am so low on
Everybody
hit
could have
points.
taken a short rest, absolutely.
That's amazing news. Thank you so much. That's a natural one. So, I don't know.
Weird. Sloane being weird.
Did I hear that?
Yeah.
Can I insight check? I may as well.
Sure, you can insight check the back of your aunt's head.
It's not very good, so never mind.
Sloane
right.
being
You want me-
weird.
The end.
Yeah, we're both just dumb as rocks, huh?
Yeah, okay. Are you alright? Are you sure you're okay staying here on your own? Well, not on your own, but
Yes.
okay.
We're all never really alone, right?
Yeah. That's a comforting thought. Thank you. If you need anything, like anything, yeah? Just
Yeah. Oh.
shout, I guess.
No,
Okay, yeah. Thanks.
Just like drops a kiss on their cheek, and leaves. I would, before you'll kind of reconvene at midnight, I would kind of like to, I don't know who we run into first, but I would like to try and find Ruby by myself.
oh, you can do that. We can make that happen.
Yeah, she's in a room. It's not hard.
Yeah. I'll leave. I don't know. Nadette's probably hanging around. I'll leave Rose with her best friend, Nadette. And I'll just knock on Ruby's door.
It's open.
Oh, yeah.
And what do you need?
Did you have any luck with your birds?
No.
Do you think that one of them's, I don't know.
I think something's deeply wrong, but I can't get my finger on what exactly is going on, and well, they're bird brain, but they're fucking outsmarting me.
Look, I just came up here to say sorry, yeah, for yesterday, this morning. I don't know what time it was, but I was a bit out of line.
Yeah, you were. But I wasn't much better, so fine.
Yeah, well, you've been having a shit time recently, and I'm
What's
sorry.
that supposed to mean? We've all been having a shit time.
I mean, with your girl and that.
Yeah, it was like just 2 months ago. It's fine. 2 months is a long time, right? I've healed or whatever. I don't know. What do you want to hear?
Nothing.
Just, I don't know. Did you ever? You and
You and Rose, did you ever feel like you had to be somebody else?
For Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried that and it didn't really work. She ended up, well, we both ended up kind of leaving. And if, weirdly to say, if the ant farm hadn't happened, I would have, you know the story, but it doesn't really work like that.
Well, shit.
Look, if Poppy wasn't gonna...
Is something wrong with me?
So much.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the point. You kind of need to find someone who likes all the fucked up bits.
Tannen, I think you might have got the last one.
Nah. But if you want me to, send someone after Poppy, you say the word.
Well, honestly, I don't even know if she's alive. She hasn't answered my letters, so who's to say? I don't know if she wasn't getting them or just didn't want to answer, and I honestly don't know what's worse, so.
Fuck her.
Yeah.
Come on. We are convening.
Oh, are we? Did you know about the note?
I look like I don't know anything. I promise you,
Right.
Mum does not tell me as much as you think she does.
Sorry, I don't know, she kind of let me get through a whole plan before dropping that bit on us.
It was a good plan.
Thanks. Don't know if it'll work, none of my other ones are, so probably for the best we're doing it this way.
It's like ruffle her hair.
Don't fucking...
Come get me. Backs out.
Do not start that. Don't start shit you can't finish.
Out the door.
Incredible. While that conversation was happening, Rose, you wanted to find Reva?
Yeah, just very quickly. Preferably Reva and Rodella, but specifically Reva.
I'm sure they are together.
Just kind of like, are we at the estate? No, we're at the tree. I forgot. No, but they're together, right? Really quick. I'm so sorry. My brain is soup. Where are we right now?
Where do you want to be,
the
love? Where do you want to be?
Cool. I thought I made that up. Thank you so much. I'll kind of like give a gentle knock on the door and poke my head in. Hey, sorry, do you have a minute? I don't want to intrude. I just, I heard back from the academy and I got a couple of spell scrolls and I didn't know if we wanted to use these now, if we wanted to wait. I have teleportation, so if we need an exit, yeah.
Reva sort of stops you there and is very much so like, again, the paranoia is kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely that the mail was delivered. Did you, how are the grades for the kids? Do they look well?
Yeah, you know them. They always get done what they need to.
And then it's like, oh, like what did they get in maths? I'd love to know. And like the coded conversation here very much so is like, we are being watched. I very much so want to know like what you've gotten, but we can't let whatever is hearing like know what we've gotten.
I think Rose like flushes a little bit at this being caught in a moment of like fucking up. I'm trying to think. My brain doesn't work. Is the thing me, James, the human man?
You can just say what you want to say, and we'll say that Rose figured out how to say it.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Rose is smarter than I am right now.
Yeah, no worries.
So I'll convey that I got one teleportation circle scroll, but I'll need him if we decide we need an exit. It's gonna take a minute with this because I think it takes like 10 minutes to cast. I could be wrong. I haven't glanced at it today. And then also non-detection for if we can save it, but if there's anyone we want to hide from scrying right now, this will do that, but only one person. And then I Rose has a theory, and I have a theory that we can maybe use the feathers we found to cast scrying on Wallow, and it would be harder for them to fail. I don't know if we want to do that now and potentially risk Wallow knowing we were doing that and getting pissed, but I do also have that.
I, Bree, the player, have an idea.
Mhm.
And I think that also means Riva, the devious, scheming
Hell yeah.
person that she is, also has an idea. And I don't know if I remember correctly, the intention of this teleportation circle was an oh shit button. Was
Yeah.
that the correct?
Mhm.
Riva sort of thinks to herself, and the way that she thinks, she doesn't see this, like, in this moment, she looks at this tool as a way for, as something that's like a way for escape, but also as a way to like potentially turn the tables. And there's like a glint in her eyes as she sort of thinks through and referencing those sort of like other like the idea of like traps and stuff like that, and sort of like there's a little idea of like, I think I know what we should serve our evening guest.
Yeah.
Think that we will leave that there and leave on that kind of lingering suspense. And I think that's where we're going to end our episode for today. We will let our players talk about their plans off stream over the next week, so that we can have everything set and ready to go when we come back to welcome in our special guest next week.
Huh?
Special guest being Wallow, not like a person.
Okay.
Not like
No,
a
yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I got this.
No. Thank you all so much for joining us. I hope that you had fun. I know that I did. And we will see you next time. Until then, well, I just had to hiccup while I said that. Caw! Caw!
Caca.